You're getting the beautiful girl in there looking through her glasses. It could be sunglasses, it could be regular glasses with the flowers in her, in her chest as well. But those beautiful butterfly dies that are individual. So I know those butterfly dies, I'm going to use it on their own all the time.
Now let's give you some ideas. Okay, the dies are stunning, but what can you do with them? Here are some cards that have been made with these dies. They are gorgeous. I love this one in particular. Yes. I would never have thought of doing this. Making Eva into a shaker card. Look at that.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. The design team, Karen, has made them beautiful cards, and everybody has, because they inspire you to do a little bit different. Whether you want to do, this one is by Baby Cameron. Just congrats, like a happy, new job, a new, house. Look, I love these ones for birthday cards. Also, you can tone the skin tone. You can make it lighter, darker as you wish. You can color the eyes as well. And look at that. Isn't that pretty with all those flowers in there?
I mean, this you can turn into like a carnival. It can be like a carnival headdress, can't it?
Yeah. And then you can go, how beautiful it is for sister. Use the words, the family words from Tonic to just personalize those faces. And I just love, you see how the dies, you can die cut the feathers, die cut them of different colors, and then just make them and decorate the extra part of the card.
And remember, where you've got the embellishments, that's where the dies are separate, and then you can have fun. You can put your sparkle pens, which are the one-day special coming up later on at 9 o'clock. You can have fun with those. You can enamel or emboss, heat emboss, the black embossing powder, the headdress there as well. So they are quite unusual, really, really different, and very fresh. And look, this could be a gift for someone special, a little girl's gift maybe, or a young lady's gift, and you can decorate the box with the image as well. And whenever we've done anything like this, whenever we've done stencils or other dies in the shape of ladies' faces, or offered you kind of colouring books with ladies' faces on them, they've been hugely popular. So we're expecting these to go very quickly as well, and they are. They're 217739. They're called the Boho Ladies, all four of them. They should be £12.99 each. You're saving £17 though by buying them today as a set of four. £34.96, and we can offer them to you on FlexiBuy as well, so you can spread the cost into two payments of £17.48. Okay, now characters aside, we'll come back to those in a second. Let's move on to equally stunning dies though, but in a different way, because these are so intricate and decorative. They're unbelievable quality. And what you've got here is an easel die on this side. So this will actually cut out all those different layers to create a three-dimensional topper, but it gives you the whole construction to make the easel card like this. If you're not sure what an easel card is, that basically gives you the idea. That is what an easel card is all about. And this is what this die can do. It will cut out the base, it will cut out the tops for you.
Yeah, so these die, you're getting 15 in this one. And basically what it does, the outer die will create the, can you see that bit in here, so it cuts all the shape and scores it as well, that flap. So then you can just die cut the front, and then you can have a perfect easel cut. So there it is.
So no measuring, no cutting, the die does it all for you.
Yep, and then you can do as much matting and layering as you want, because obviously with dies from a Tonic, you are getting that that ability to cut into the card, that beautiful intricate windows into it. And look at that, whether you wanted to just put a topper in there, whether you want to use all the dies together, look at that, how intricate and beautiful and regal that looks.
And that's not an easel card, that's just basically using the other frame elements to create that kind of inverted card. So you can use them in all sorts of different ways. But it's not just that layer set that you get, not just that die set. You also get all of these here as well. So look at this, there they are. All of those too. This is massive, absolutely huge.
19 dies, I believe, in there. It is so much detail in there. It's one of the really beautiful dies where you have got the intricate dies, whether you want to create the blank card, whether you want to use it as a home decor, to create windows, to create, frames, to create that beautiful layering effect, matting and layering, using more simple, more fresher look if you want to, or you go to very romantic, very pretty. And the good thing is that they are not, it's one of these ones that it's just the blank canvas, so then you can put baby girl, you can put, can be a happy anniversary, it can be a sympathy card, a birthday card, and you can do things that's with using that one in here, but you can just make it like for cards, and those cards are from the Victorian days.
Well, these are incredibly popular. They always are whenever we do anything like this. You've got that easel card, and you've got the matting and layering set there as well. 34 dies in total. Can I just quickly show the next die set? Is that all right? Are we able to, only because it's been hugely popular before, and I know that if you missed out on it before Christmas, this is gonna fly when we show it to you. We've got some finished samples behind, so let's have a little look at these. Now these have been huge, absolutely massively popular. This one they call the Greek temple, and look, just look at what you've got in here. I love the shape of this frame die that you've got here. It's almost like a B or a D, so you could thread your ribbon through there if you wanted to. It's absolutely stunning. And when you see what it does, look at these.
So it's what I love about these. They are the large layering dies from Tonic. So you are getting into the English picnic, which is this rectangle, and then the Greek temple that you were talking about, which is the square. So it allows you to mat and layer perfectly with the beautiful dies. You have got the largest sizes are just the matting and layering, and then the smaller sizes have got that intricate verso die. So it means that you can cut them out of them, so you get Greek sort of a style, or also that sleeves or vines around it.
I think we had to restock this about 4 times, I seem to remember, a few weeks ago.
Last time I was here, Janice was very disappointed because he loved the Greek temple, obviously, and he sold out. So it has been restocked. Yeah, you know, whether you want to go very masculine, I think that the Greek elements are very kind of geometric, architectural, and it kind of lends itself for more masculine cards, or you want to go more feminine with that vine and that beautiful leaf detail. And the great thing is that you have got the very large size, but then you can go really small as well.
And then the English picnic is also in there as well, which you can use obviously portrait or landscape, but just look at the amount of detailed die work you've got going on in there. It's a fantastic collection, and the price of all of this is remarkable. You're saving £21, under £50 for both of them, and we have it on FlexiBuy as well. So that's £24.99 today, plus your P&P if you're not a Freedom member, and £24.99 in 4 weeks' time. But these dies, I'm sure, like they've become firm favourites of mine, they'll become firm favourites of yours. 696-560. Other things in the show then we'll get demoing. We've got these wonderful matting and layering dies as well. These are our ribbon and bow and swirling frame dies for £49.98. That's down from £70.98, so that's a saving of about £21 off. And that is also on FlexiBuy as well. We've also got our sentiment die sets for you as well. We can show you these. Now, these are really lovely and handy to have. You've got the word happy, birthday, enjoy, blessed, cherish and dream. All of those words are just £23.34. That's saving £15.60. 384-148. That's the celebration die set. 6 dies for that price. Right, well, good morning. If it's maybe the first day of back to normality today for an awful lot of you, hope it's going all right. There's not too much of a downer after the Christmas and New Year celebrations, but we're hoping to kind of lift your spirits and bring you some amazing shows here today, and great prices, great dies. Are you going to work with both the ladies?
Yes, I am, and I'm going to go now. Oh, I forgot her name already. That's typical of me. That's Jasmine. I'm going with Jasmine now.
Okay. Which one's Jasmine?
Jasmine is the one with the flowers. So that one,
that one there.
That's the... I call it the Oriental because it kind of has that kind of Orient look, Asia kind of look. But it's, that's obviously... It doesn't need to be Oriental. It's just what it could be a little girl from from up the road, or what it's up to you. So look how beautiful that intricate die has cut.
I think the lovely thing is you can make her as elaborate as you want, and all these ladies, or you can just kind of leave them quite simple. It's up to you, really.
Indeed. It's one of those ones that you can really make it. Now, what I want to show you is that the die, you can see here, it doesn't cut through those apertures in here. It doesn't cut. You can emboss them if you want to, but you have got the dies that match, that would cut if you wanted to cut into them. Let me show you exactly what I mean by showing the board, because this is...
There you go.
Here, that board. So if you wanted to cut into these flowers, you could die cut it into the card itself. Okay, so you have a different effect into the cut. So now what we are going to do...
And you can use the flowers separately as well. If you don't always want to use the lady's face, you've got the flowers to use.
And I think that is a really good thing, because it's the flowers. We always love flowers, and we always are going to use flowers for different projects and so on. Now, I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the back of my hand, and then just dab it in, and then just press it down, and then just spread it up and glue it directly into my card. Now, this card, by the way, thank you, Victoria, which is one member of our design team who has prepared for me, so thank you very much. So it's using one of the tonic stitch. Can you see those little dots? So
the little pinpricks.
Pinpricks, yeah. So you can stitch through it, or you can just leave them as they are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut the same lady. All right, so to create here a little bit of paper piecing, so I'm going to take this one, I believe is Craft Perfect, I believe it's chili red, which is the lighter red.
Okay.
I always get confused that it's chili and cherry. So cherry, I think this is cherry, and the lighter one is chili.
Well, Craft Perfect is cardstock from Tonic, which you'll find on the website, hochanda.com. It's always pick and mix, and the more you pick, the more affordable it gets. Am I right in saying, though, these dyes are quite unusual for Tonic, aren't they?
They are. Well, the thing is that one of the things I like about Tonic is that they like to try, you know, they see what you know, what is popular, what is out there, what the crafters like to use, and you know, it's nice to have the confidence that, you know, it's Tonic quality, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit, you know, let's try something that, you know, is a little bit, I would say, younger style, or like a little bit like, oh, you know, because we know that a lot of our crafters, you know, like to, you know, they have got children and they are young themselves, and, you know, so...
Well, we were talking earlier, because you spent New Year's Eve in Brighton
yes.
with Leonie and what have you, and these ladies remind me very much of Brighton.
Yes.
Because it's kind of a bohemian sort of atmosphere, quite carnival, anything goes, yeah, kind of carefree. It's a little bit like that. Very kind of 1960s as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they've got all these kind of wonderful decorative headdresses that they're wearing, so you can imagine what sort of outfits they'd be wearing as well, what they'd be having on. So very flamboyant in many ways.
Yeah, flamboyant, but elegant at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just like, I know I could send this card to my mum, and she would love it. I mean, my mum was a hippie at one point, but she's not anymore, obviously.
At one point.
At one point, yeah, which lasted about 20 years, but, you know, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that fades off and does last a few years, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of, she would love it. I mean, she would love that sort of reminiscent of her, well, shall I say it, youth. You know, it's one of those ones that is, but it's beautiful, but you can make it really classy and elegant if you wanted to. So now I'm just putting a little bit of glue in there.
This is a great technique, this paper piecing, because the dye means that you get everything absolutely accurate when you're putting different colours in.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to put it in there. I'm just trying to be as accurate as I can with the position of all the tiny pieces, which is like, there it is, that's fine. So now I'm going to want to have the little kind of pendant, because once you start working with them, you start seeing all these little bits and pieces, all the little details. So now, for instance, I can see that, you know, she has got a little beautiful pendant in there. So I just die cut it out of gold, and I'm using these dies will go through the medium-sized machines. They are never wider than 6 inches, so you can use it in your medium-sized machines.
And obviously what Paola's doing is she's only putting the cardstock over the area that she wants to paper piece, so she's not cutting the whole thing out all the time, so you don't have to use masses of cardstock.
Exactly, so you can save a lot of the card in there. So now we're just going to put it on the top. I'm just going to press down.
Oh, that's a good way of doing it. I've not done it like that before.
Well, it's just a bit of... Sometimes it works better than others, I would say, but there it is, the bit in there.
Excellent.
In there.
So line the die up and then pierce it through. Brilliant.
Yep, and then I'm just going to put that one in there that is stuck in there. So I'm just going to put it. And then... See, there it is, the gold in there. Okay, so then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I should be there, the lips are here. So I'm going to take my little scissors, and then I'm going to trim it, and then she's going to have red lips in there. So just trim her lips, and then...
You can have a lot of fun with these.
Oh, yes, you can. And then a little bit of glue in there. And then there it is. And then All right, so I have got, oh, look at her, she's so beautiful. Now, for the flowers, we have die cut them out of, I believe that's cherry red. So, see, using, there is 5 flowers in there. So you can then take your flower shaping tool with the foam, and then you kind of take it like so. And then you can shape it as you wish, from the back or from the front. Every time will give you a different, slightly different effect. And see how then just suddenly keep, you know, how much more shape it gets, a much more realistic way.
Yeah.
So, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you kind of layer them up, and then you layer all the 5 sizes, but obviously sometimes you're using the larger ones, sometimes using the smaller ones, and you have got all those flowers left.
So if you're not using the face all the time, you've got all those dyes to make those wonderful flowers out of. They could be poinsettias in that sort of colour for Christmas. They could be daisy-like and pansy-like for summer in yellows and oranges and blues.
Yeah, it's just beautiful flowers that you can then use for all sorts of occasions.
Must take her hours to get ready.
Well, you know, if she's anything like me, in half an hour, she's ready to go out of the... and it shows.
I don't believe that.
Oh, yeah, it's just like... we were early, actually. For the first time ever, Leon and I, on New Year's Eve, we were out of the door earlier than we planned.
Now that I don't believe. Really?
Well, I promise you, it was true.
Okay.
And we were the first ones to arrive to the party. Well, not the first ones, but, you know, almost the first ones to arrive to the party.
I've known Leonie for years. I've never known to be the first.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's just, well, she wasn't we weren't the first ones to arrive to the party, but I think we were the
last ones to leave?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not the last ones to leave either. We were kind of, we weren't, I guess we are not as young as we once were. Let's say that like that. Yeah, it was a fabulous party.
You had a good time.
It was. And it was a nice mix of people of all ages. So let's put the flowers in there. And then let's put it in here. And then just gonna put the glue on the back, so matting and layering. And again, with these beautiful ladies, one of the great things is that they have got that sort of size that whether you wanted to make the focal point or of an 8x8 card, as I'm using now, or whether you want to go in an A6, it will fit very nicely. And I think with such a, you know, a strong faces, it's just such a beautiful thing to have in there. So
now we have had an email asking if we could show the back to see the dies. I can do that for you, but they're not actually open, and you've got a job to see the dies. What I can do is show you the open ones that Paola's got here. So let me show you. What Paola's done, it's a good idea to do this actually. She's put them on magnetic sheets. So this one is Eva. There's the die. Or the dies, because there are lots of separate parts to it, as you can see there. There's actually, how many dies in there?
That would be 5 in that one, I think.
5 dies in Ava. So you can see that there's the separate bits, look. So that's Ava. The next one is the one that Paola just used, which has still got some paper in it, doesn't matter there. This is Jasmine. There we are, look. So again, all those flowers, like Paola was showing you, are completely separate. So you can use those individually and have fun layering them up, like we've just done. Then we have Camellia. And again, her flowers are separate to the rest of the dies. There's, how many dies in this one? 5 in this one as well.
So it's 5 in dies in every set, except in Jasmine, which is the one I'm using, which there is 6.
Okay.
So because usually in this one there is 5 flowers rather than the 4 that they are in the others.
And the last one is Mariposa, Spanish for butterfly, and as you can see, the butterflies are completely separate.
Yeah, they are beautiful, beautiful on their own. You can remember, you know, it has got that intricate cutting in there that Tonic is renowned for. And so you can just like cut it and layer them with vellum and so on.
Well, I'm pleased to say they're proving very popular. I had a feeling they would be, because they're a little bit quirky, a little bit out there and a bit different. So you can, as an artist or a crafter, embellish them and put your own spin on them. You can make them very kind of hippie chic, 60s looking, or you can make them very up-to-date and modern looking. It's up to you. £17.48 is all you have to pay today on FlexiBuy. Plus the P&P if you're not a Freedom member, and then £17.48 in 4 weeks' time. But you'll get all 4 of these ladies. If not, if you don't want FlexiBuy, just £34.96 in a one-off payment, and all 4 will be on their way to you, saving £17. So it's like you're getting 1.5 of them for nothing, which is great. And there they all are. Aren't they great? And if I just hold up a couple of the finished cards again while you're finishing that off,
I'm
Paola.
just putting some newer drops in the centers of the flowers, and then a little bit of glaze in the lips to make.
I think she's my favourite, that one there.
The Eva.
Yeah, I think so. I can see a friend of mine, Rachel, in her very much.
Very bohemian, Rachel must be.
Very, oh, she is. Way out there she is.
Good. That's one.
And look, there's a half image. That's
Yeah,
unusual, isn't it?
But it's just, it lends itself to a little bit more contemporary, like kind of, or mixed media as well. If you want to get your inks, you like your layering, your nouveau embellishment mousse. If you want to color it, so maybe what she has done here is color, they cut it out of white and just use the alcohol markers to color in, and then use a white pigment pen to do those little dots in there.
Well, just to show you what Paola's done, here's the finished card, look. There
So I just finished by using a little bit of the Aquaflow, the glimmer shimmer in there. Then I put a little bit of the glaze, which is the Nouveau crystal glaze in there to those lips, so they look like nice and juicy with beautiful...
Nice and juicy lips.
Yes. And then some of the, I think this is antique gold, the pale gold to in the Nouveau crystal drops in the centers of the flowers. So
That's
then
stunning.
you have got
gorgeous
gold.
card and gorgeous dies. OK, if you want them, give us a call. Or go online to hochanda.com. It's 217-739. Now, I've also got some other dies for you that are on a very special deal. The shutter dies, we have these available at the moment. Now, these are down from $74.97 to just $22.97. Now, we had those on a few days ago. They proved hugely popular. And it just allows you to create some really unusual edges to your cards and really unusual panels, and you can multi-link them together, if you know what I mean. What the dies cut out can be linked together to make some really elaborate cards, and lots of picture instructions and ideas on the back of the packaging as well. 632817 if you'd like to go for those, and you get all three, the Clarence Imperial and the Pavilion as well. Now, the So Pretty die set, these are still available at a very special price as well. This is down from £63.96 to only £18.46, and that's 8634545. You've got the Perfect Posies, the Tangled Ivy, the Admiral Arches and the Climbing Clematis. All of those are just £18.46, but you've got to grab those quickly because at that sort of reduction, they're not going to be around for long. And these are the ones that give you the pinpricks, where you can actually either faux stitch them with a fine liner, or you can actually physically stitch them with embroidery thread if you want to. OK, but not surprisingly, the English Picnic and the Greek Temple are proving hugely popular. These sold out so many times in the last couple of weeks, just before Christmas. We've been able to get more stock for you. So if you missed them or you want to get them right, if maybe it's the first time you've seen them, they are the most elaborate dies. Now, if you're thinking, well, crikey, I'm not going to be making cards that size all the time, it doesn't matter, because what you've got here, if you've got the traditional matting and layering dies from Tonic, the square ones, where they stop, these straight line matting and layering dies continue, so it's like an extension of your matting and layering if you've got the standard square matting and layering dies. And then you've also got the added bonus of having these decorative frames. Now, you don't have to use them all at once, as these cards show you. You can just use them one at a time or a couple at a time. So that's that vine border just there, used on this one, which is very, very special. My favourite design, though, has to be the B's and the D's. Isn't that great on acetate? Isn't it wonderful? You could, again, thread ribbon through that if you wanted to do that. There it is in red and white, which is lovely. The blue and the silver, wow, very beautiful. And again, a quarter turn on that square die gives you then that diamond shape. There we go. So that is the Greek Temple. The other one that we've got for you is this one, which is rectangular, and this is the English Picnic. Just as versatile. You've got lattice work, lovely floral flowers there as well. And this one's actually got straight-sided matting and layering, and also scalloped-edged matting and layering dies. And again, just like with the squares, if you've got the rectangular matting and layering die set, the basics from Tonic, then these, again, pick up where the pattern stops. These pick up where they stop. So you can then increase your matting and layering by using these as well. £24.99 today on FlexiBuy is all you have to spend, plus the postage, and you'll get both in the post straight away. If you're a Freedom member, you don't have to pay the P&P, and then you pay £24.99 in 4 weeks' time. OK. Now, the faux easel, which is just over here, now, I say faux easel, well, it is an easel. I don't know why they call it a faux easel, but it is an easel. Look, that's what that outline die will do. So here we go, look. That is what it will cut for you. It cuts the base, it cuts the top, and then you've got all of these decorative frames in here, which allow you then to create either inverted cards or pyramid-style cards. And then you get the bow die down the bottom as well, which acts as a stopper, which is what we've done on that one. So that die there makes that little bow. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And if you don't want to make easel cards all the time, you don't have to. You can use them like that. So they're actually kind of dies that open rather than easel. So it's up to you. And then we have these as well in the bundle, which are, again, just absolutely exquisite. You'll adore using these. Lovely shapes, all the detail in all those different dies. You've got a total there of... how many dies are there on this one? 19. 19 dies in this, but look at the detail in it. And again, it shows you how you can use either some of them or all of them. The smaller areas, if you're doing smaller cards, you don't necessarily have to use the large ones all the time. So every size that you could wish for in there, and they come together. Both of those together for under 50 quid. And on FlexiBuy means you pay just £24.99 today. And there is a Freedom discount on this one as well. £44.98. And if you want Freedom Flexi, that comes down to £22.49 if you want Freedom Flexi, OK? 730-637 is that item number. And I'll just show you a quick couple of those cards that have been made with those, so you can see what you can do with them. Lovely, isn't it? Really gorgeous. And you can use the bow, not just as a stopper, but actually as an embellishment in the middle. Fab. 730-637. OK, now the ladies, these are brand new today from Tonic. Some of the other dies you've seen before maybe in other shows, but these are brand new today. I love them and you're loving them as well, which is great news. We've got them on all day, provided the stock lasts. So get in early. If you're going out maybe to do something mid-morning, I'd get them now before the later shows. There's Ava. We've got, remember, Ava. We've got Camellia, Jasmine, and Mariposa, and they're all together with a discounted price of £17 off the price. It is like you're getting 1.5 of them for nothing, really. £34.96 is the price, and it's on 2 flexi dies as well. 217739. OK, who are we working with next?
So we are going with Mariposa. We are going to play with Mariposa, which is butterfly. I don't know, I think I said Mariposa in an English accent. I should say Mariposa.
Mariposa.
Mariposa. So it's like, yeah, it's a little bit harsh. Yeah. So just run it through.
It sounds much better coming from your mouth than mine.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. This is, with the intricate detail. Yeah, I like an English accent. In my head, it's the funniest thing. It's like
a Spanish accent. You can have mine. I'll have yours.
All right, then let's make a deal. Yeah, it's funny because in my head I speak like the Queen of England. And then in reality, I have got this very thick Spanish accent. And that's when I can never watch me back, because it's like, my goodness, this girl has got a thick Spanish accent.
But in your head, you're talking like the Queen.
Like the Queen, I mean, well, not quite like the Queen, I mean.
Brilliant.
Well, I'm not sure if we're talking, well, anyway, so, right, so I run it a couple of times because I'm using craft card that is a little bit thicker than, it's about 270 GSM. Yeah. So because I just wanted, it had cut the first time, but it's just, if you run it a couple of times, then the bits pop out much easily. Out of the die. So it's just for that, I say sometimes it's easier to just run it a couple of times and then the bits just fall out. You can see. Look at that. That's Mariposa.
She's great, isn't she?
She is absolutely great. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper, which I just found it around here. And I just wanted to do, yeah, I'd like to recycle things, you know, if you leave something around and it doesn't move. Pick it up. Yeah, I'll pick it up and it makes it. So I'm just going to go with an alcohol marker, just a little bit. This one is one of the Nuvo markers, and they are solvent-based, and they just add a little bit of, you know, shading into the hair, so it's a little bit darker. And you can go, this one is $4.75, so it's one of the, I believe it's either the neutrals set, and then just kind of,
and they'll be on the website?
And they would be on the website, right. I believe, so yeah, it's one of the, so just add a little bit, and then I'm going to do her eyebrows as well in there. And then you could even do the eyes in there. See how suddenly it just become much more alive when you just add a little bit of, and because it's the alcohol, you know, it's solvent-based markers, you can just add a little bit of shading, and then you can go a little bit more like that, and it will kind of blend itself quite well onto the craft card, but it's just a little bit of shading.
So basically these dies mean you can have so much fun colouring them, you can add embellishments to them, you can add feathers and gemstones, you can paper piece with them, emboss them with embossing powder. There's so many different ways of decorating them.
They are, yeah. So then what we are going to do is, this is the Victorian frame layering die, so you can see how all those different pieces, you know, with all that beautiful detail. So now what Karen has done here has cut two of the larger ones, and then just scored about, I would say that's about about 1.5 inches. You can make it a little bit smaller if you want it, or a little bit larger, but that's kind of the easiest way for this particular die. Just line them up. So we are working, so the one with the flap is the bag, and then this die, which is it will stand up, even if it has got that ornate element, would still stand proud and easily standing there.
Very nice.
And then we are going to put the matting and layering, and I like to do that before I start, and then I'm going to put the white layering in here, and then I'm going to put her on top. So sometimes you can do, like the first one I did it slightly different. I didn't glue the layers until the end. It's up to you how you do it. I always think that you can always rescue a card, even if you make the biggest mistake. You can always attach something on top of it.
Yeah, totally.
So don't worry about it. But the other way is slightly more safe, in a way that if you mess it up, because you would only work in the top layer. So it's up to you how you do it. So you can see that now has dried a little bit the markers, but it still gets a little bit of shading in there.
It's almost like highlights, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is a glitter marker from Nuvo, and I just put it on my glass mat, and then with a dry brush, I'm just going to dab a little bit. So I just wanted to have a little bit of a blush.
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Been out in the cold.
And I do that, but don't worry, I'm not worrying about going the glasses, because I'm going to go now with this funky, you know, highlight.
She's going to have mirrored glasses.
Yeah. So now she has got a little bit of blusher in there. And then I'm going to go with the same die, and remember that it's always dies it will be much easier to pop out if they have got clean. This part is dirty, and when it has got these pieces, I mean, I call it dirty, but it's not really dirty. That, you know, it's just that it has got those pieces in there, and it will die cut easily. Now,
so all we're wanting is the glasses, so that's all you've got to cover. Yeah,
so I'm just taking a smaller piece, because especially with foil card, it's one of those ones that will mark very much if you run it through the machine. So I'm just going to put it onto my machine, just not the piece of paper, that's not going to do it, is it? And then just run it through. Imagine if I run it through with one plate and just a piece of paper.
Not a lot would happen.
Not a lot. No. It would, but the good thing is, this is what I like about die cutting, not a lot would happen, but nothing bad would happen either, you know.
No,
so it's pretty safe, crafting. Right, so I'm going to put the glue in there. Now I put a little bit too much, but you know, it's a little bit, and then just going to place it there.
I like your way of paper piecing by putting
but sometimes it doesn't work, like now. So, you know, it happens.
Spoke too soon, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it happens. I didn't press enough, to be honest. Okay, there it is. And then where's the other one? What happened was there was too much glue, and because it was holographic, I didn't want to press too much on it. But look at that.
There she is, mirrored sunglasses.
And the blush of there is still in. But what I would like to do is I'm going to take the one of the other marker pens and just add the lipstick in there. So now you can do paper piece like we did in the first one, you know, in which we die cut it out of paint. But you can also do it with markers and color her lips in there.
I think she's ready for the festival now.
Oh, she is. She is absolutely ready for the festival. Now, what we have done as well is with the beautiful butterflies that we have got in here. So we have got the 4 butterflies. So from very small You can see it there. Let's put it there. So you can see that this one is about, I would say, 1.5 inches, and then they go to 1 inch, 1/2 inch, and then this one tiny one, which would be 1/4 inch. All sizes are approximate. You know, we don't go with a measuring like ruler for the butterflies because they are just gorgeous. So then again, they die cut. When you die cut the little beautiful lady, the mariposa, you get the solid butterfly. But then you can layer them up, you know, the matching butterflies in there, and it's just beautiful.
Have you ever worn butterflies in your hair? Not real ones, I mean...
Actually, not real ones. Actually, funnily enough, not out, but I have... I made a project once, a long time ago, using die-cutting butterflies, and I made like a little... It's both a decorative ornament and a little bonnet.
Oh, cute.
And it's just all of golden butterflies.
A butterfly bonnet? No, a bonnet of butterflies.
Well, see, I did like a paper mache, which actually you could do them very nicely with these ones. So I'm just gonna, see, this is how they would be, the simple ones, but you can then layer them up a little bit more. And see how you can just go layer that. And you can have that sense of movement from the butterflies, that flittering by. And I always shape them, you know, even if it's going to go with no glue, just shape them like so. And then that gives a more of a movement, you know, that sort of fluttering by that butterflies are known for.
And this lady's name is...
this is Mariposa.
So
yeah.
They are available individually, I believe, on the website. They're $12.99 each, but remember, for just about £4.50 more on your first flexi buy, you can have all 4 of them. OK, you've got to pay that again in 4 weeks' time. But if you can't make your mind up between which ones you want to go for, have all 4 today. Save the extra £17, so it's like 1.5 for nothing, and have flexi buy as well.
Yeah. So now what we are doing is this is the happy birthday from the Banner set from the Woodlands buildables that it was a set we had a while ago, and we can just put a little bit of a foam pad in the bag. So I like to have banners to have a little bit raised in the center and then just flat glued in the ends, so that kind of gives you that sort of movement, like a dimension in there.
And like you said before, Paola, everyone watching this can see someone they know in these dies. I've got people I know that I can see in these very easily, and you will too.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, I mean, you know, this one particularly, I can see quite a few. This one reminds me a little bit of Molly, our floor manager.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
It's like, it's like a... she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's often seen with butterflies in her hair, actually, Molly.
And in her head as well.
Yeah.
Or her stomach as well. Her stomach sometimes. With certain somebody walks in.
There we go.
And there you are.
Now, that's on FlexiBuy. If you want them, there's 4 fantastic lady dies there. 217739, the Tonic Boho collection. 21 dies in total for £34.96. OK, now let's have a little look at the second set. Now, the ribbons and bows and swirling frames for you, these are brilliant. They're $49.98. You get both of them for that price. You save £17. They should be nearly £71. So get them while we got them today. You've got the rectangular pattern, then you've got that lovely swirling pattern on the right-hand side there as well. Great for your frames, also great for your inverted and your pyramid-style cards too. Now, the Greek Temple and the English Picnic, these have been one of our most popular die sets of recent weeks, actually, and we've been able to get more stock for you because I know we did have to restock it about 3 or 4 times at one point. £49.98, down from £70.98, so £21 off, 696,560, and you've got a total of 28 dies. And then we have these, the Shutter Die collection. Now, these will make lots of different styles of cards. There will be instructions and ideas on the back of the packaging as well. You've got a £52 saving off this, from £74.97 to £22.97, and that's 632-817, your item number. The Imperial Shutter, the Clarence Shutter, and the Pavilion Shutter all included. Now, the second set we got on the show, just here, these are great. The easel cards. Now, if I show you how the easel works, you've got the outside cutting edge. So basically, the die around the outside there is one big die that cuts out this kind of template, which is basically that shape. Then you've got the die that cuts out these shapes, which you then stick together. So you then have got basically your easel card. Now, if you just want to use 1 or 2 layers, you can do that. If you want to use multiple layers, you've got the option of doing it. But that's the sort of thing that this die will create for you. And it does give you, again, on the back, lots of ideas and instructions as to how to work it, how to make it work. You've also got the bow die down the bottom as well, which is completely separate, so you can use that independently of the easel die if you want to. So that's the first one. And then you've also got these dies just here, which are the Victorian frame dies, and these are big. You will need, of course, your A4 die cutting machine for this to work through, but you've got all of these different sizes, right the way down to the tiniest little. That could be made to use, or used to make a tag very, very easily. But then you've got the big frame dies as well, and they are lovely. If I show you a few of the finished ones, put that there. There we go. Look. That's the sort of thing you can do. And these have actually been matted and layered quite flat to keep it nice and low for postage. But if you wanted to put your double-sided foam pads in there to give it a lot of dimension, that would look really lovely. We put a little sparkling gem in the centre of it there as well. So you can be as flamboyant. You can have it portrait or landscape, doesn't matter. You can use 1 or 2 layers, or you can use 6 or 7 layers. This one's got a few less layers on it. This one just here with the many thanks on it. Lovely, aren't they? So really gorgeous dies, a great set to add to your collection. Only £24.99 today, the first flexi-buy payment, plus the P&P if you're a non-Freedom member, and £24.99 in 4 weeks' time. OK, now the main focus are our brand new beautiful ladies. Hello, the ladies, because they're here for the very first time. And these boards, I'll just show you how the boards actually work. And Paola, I'm so glad you're doing these because, I mean, this is right up your street as well, isn't it?
It is. I love, you know, the bohemian look. I love these kind of beautiful ladies, you know, carefree but also sophisticated. And I love how you are getting so much more than not just those beautiful faces. You are getting those flowers, those beautiful butterflies that you know you're going to use independently from the ladies as well. Whether you cut the butterflies into the beautiful ladies or whether you leave them as they are. You know, you have got this beautiful profile, the girl with the eyes shut, the one that is looking, you know, through the glasses. You know, you have got a lot of versatility, and they are kind of stunning, beautiful ladies that you can, you know people like that. You know people who like to wear, you know, go a little bit more funky. Whether you are doing a party, whether you are going to a festival, whether, you know, there are so many kind of quirky occasions, but also that beautiful ladies that you are always you have in your life.
And remember, you've got those feathers you can use separately, you've got those flowers you can use separately as well. Even if the face isn't appropriate for what you're working on, I'm sure the flowers and the feathers will work out really well.
And how they layer as well, those beautiful flowers. And like, for instance, in her, if you just take, you know, if you cut the hair like that, isn't that just a beautiful die, a beautiful, you know, you could do that in a corner as well, with those beautiful flowers, with that beautiful livery. No, there's nothing to say that, you know, you have cut her out of her top of the head.
Well, today you only have to pay £17.48. I know that at the start of the year it's always a little bit kind of tight financially for all of us, so we can spread the cost over 2 payments, £17.48 plus your postage, or if you're a Freedom member it's just £17.48, that's it, and they're on their way, and then £17.48 in 4 weeks' time. OK, so the website, hochanda.com, is the website to go to. That's where you'll find everything that's in this show. And you can see them individually if you want to buy them on their own. But remember, if you're going to go for Flexi-Buy, you can have all 4 for just about £5 more. And then you pay the second payment in 4 weeks' time. So it's up to you. You can buy them individually if you want to, or you can go for the set of 4 at a reduced price. And then all those other fantastic die sets and sentiments that are there. We've got our Tim Holtz platform protective sleeve there as well. So it's not just things that are in the show, other things that you may want to find. These were really popular the other day. These stamps, the delicate detail stamps, they flew the other day. They're still £21.91, better than half price at the moment, and 3 5-star reviews on those. So loads and loads of things from Tonic you can see if you go to the website. I thought we were staying over there. We're not moving here.
No, we are going to do. We are going to die cut now Camellia, which is a beautiful profile lady, and you know we are going to die cut it. I'm using Craft Perfect, and believe this one is the chocolate brown. You know. They have got such a beautiful names, the Craft Perfect card, but it's a card that has got texture in one side and a smooth in the other, and they cut beautifully. So, but you can obviously use any paper or card that you like to use. Now, because they have got that intricate detail, we recommend something around the 240 GSM, from 215 to 240 GSM. That's the kind of the sweet spot.
So perfect ideal.
Yeah, it's a deal. But as you have seen me before, I have die cut it out of the beautiful craft card, which is a little bit thicker. So
Look how fine the detail is on the face. Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so look at that. It's so beautiful, isn't it? It's just like that chocolatey colors in there. So again, and this time I'm going to go and look how just gorgeous. This is the. You
could leave it like that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And it still look lovely.
It's just absolutely gorgeous on its own. You know, you just have. If you want to have add some more dimension, you can do that. You can do paper piecing. You can just color in as well.
And if you cut her out twice, you could turn her around so that both faces were looking at each other. Could you do that?
Yes, you could.
Yep.
So you could have like. All right, so I'm gonna do the finish card here. So you could obviously now is it like that?
Yeah. Having a conversation.
Or if they don't speak to each other, like that. Sometimes people, so if they are twins as well, if they are kind of, so you could do it. Or you could, the other thing you could do is add another one in here, like it's like the faces, facing that way. So now then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the flowers, and I'm going to take the that one, the blue one, no, the red one in that one, and then that one in the blue one.
So or orange. A tropical array of colour.
Exactly. You can just choose, pick and choose which ones. And I'm going to cut them at the same time, but I'm going to put them far away so they don't. I tape them to the cards, so it's just going to put them far apart. So when I die cut them, they hopefully won't move around and overlay them. So then, because if you put two dice at the same time in the machine, if they are not taped, they might overlap each other, and if they go like this on the die cutting machine, you would ruin the dies.
Yeah, I mean if you put them away from each other,
exactly.
then it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, exactly. So I just put tape so they don't, because sometimes you put it on here, and then by the time you put it through the machine, they have to dance a little bit. So now, again, with the flowers, I kind of like to shape them a little bit. Now, you can do it, the best way is to do with the shaping floral tool set, but you can just hold it like so. And that will give you a slightly less smooth, but it's still dimension into your flowers. So then what I'm going to do, I have got some that have been die cut already.
Oh, these are really cheery. I love these colours.
Yeah, they are beautiful, aren't they? It's just a very tropical Caribbean sort of colors, or Hawaiian, as our producer just said.
Aloha.
Yeah, aloha. Yeah.
It's the sort of look that you expect if you go to like a tropical island and you get met off the boat that drops you at the tropical island. Those are the sort of people that greet you with all the wonderful exotic flowers in their hair and.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Oh, look. And then here you have got the one, and I'm just using the Nuvo glue. I mean, a hot glue gun would have been better, but I forgot to, that I have got one plugged in, so I should have used that. So I'm just going to put those ones. It doesn't need to be exactly the right one that you had in the like like this gap was for the smaller one, but you can see how lovely it looks. And then
she's looking great.
She is. I'm going to get it for the cheeks as well, because I just kind of like the cheeks, like just a little bit in there. Yeah, like that. Just like that. See how
nice rosy glow.
Yeah, just
she looks healthy.
Yeah, just like. And then I'm just gonna layer her up and see how quickly that was. And you have got all that intricate detail, the beautiful flowers. It's just so much fun.
And if you're thinking, where are you going to use these? You can use them in all sorts of ways. If you're sending maybe a birthday card to a teenager or a young girl in her 20s or whatever, home decor would be great for. You can frame them. They look fantastic in frames. Also, you could use them maybe if you're having like a fashion show or something and you want to use them in your advertising or something like that. They just look like a very carefree kind of. They could look like kind of the hippie era. They could look very 1960s, and also very tropical too. So there's a bit of everything going on in there.
It is. Oh, I need to grab a little piece of card. Sorry, apologies for this. sorry. So I'm just going to use the leftovers in here to die cut Love out of the Will's Hands set that we have got in the show as well. So I'm just going to die cut Love, and then I'm going to layer on the banner in that I have already here ready to put it in the bottom. And I'm using one of the layering dies, but this one isn't. I was like, for a minute, I thought I put here upside down, and that wouldn't have been a good look. So there you have got.
Now we've got those inspiration dies, the sentiment dies at the bottom of the screen there for you, 952494. So that has got the words inspire, faith, and hope, peace and love. Okay, so that's 952494. They're the ones. So they're all individually packaged, and you get all of them, all 6 of them, for 2 flexi buys of 1748.
Okay. So.
Oh, sorry, at the bottom, beg your pardon. 2334. 2334. Yeah, 952494. So that's a 1560 reduction. That's the saving. If you want them, they're on the bottom of the screen, not on the side.
And then I'm just going to put what is my Nouveau Crystal drops in. You know what? I'm going to go for white, actually, because it's just a little white in the centers. Nouveau Crystal drops in there. And then.
We all love Nouveau drops.
Oh, crystal drops, they are the best thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's them. And then we have got the card finish.
Excellent. There you go. All right, now remember the website has got everything that's in the show, including, of course, some stamps, and we've got all sorts of other deals as well that we haven't got room for on the counter today. So have a little look. If you've got time to just have a scan through what's on the website, hochanda.com. Then we go to, of course, our brand new ladies that are debuting today. We're starting 2018 with a lovely, glamorous selection. Ava, I think, is my favourite. Camellia, she's lovely too. We just used her in that last demonstration. Jasmine was our first demo, and the other one there that's gone. But all of them there are available. £34.96. That's the price, saving £17. The boho collection. Oh, the other one's Mariposa, that's right, the butterfly lady. So there they are. They're £12.99 each, but you save the money. You save the £17 by buying all 4 together. And to be honest, if you love one, the chances are you're going to love all 4 of them, aren't you?
Yes, they are. And the thing is that they mix and match, so you can create, like you were saying, home decor. It would be lovely to choose 3 of them and die cut them and put them into frames, smaller or, 8x8 frames, and just have them there, like, and create it, whether you want to go more mixed media, you want to go clean and crisp, whether you want to paper piece it, for your car making, the home decor, whether you want to make, like, this card that is about, I would say, 5 inches, more or less. It fills it up. It's just a nice, vibrant colors. It's just a little bit more funky, a little bit more traditional, depending on how you color it in. That beautiful profile, I think, is just so gorgeous.
I mean, there she's going from being very dark and dramatic to very kind of pale, almost tone on tone, which is lovely.
And then here, look at the flowers have been layered them up. And can I show this one?
Look at her and I see Paloma Faith.
Yes, but yeah,
can I get that? Yeah?
Can I show this one? I love that one.
Wow.
It's just, like all that sparkle, that very, very sultry image. This one, it's... Now, that kind of reminds me a little bit of the 20s as well, because it's the colouring way with that beautiful sparkle.
I think this is my favourite one. Look at the shaker card. It's so unusual. Isn't that great?
It is beautiful, because basically Karen has used the die to cut an aperture and then layer it up with acetate in the back.
That is fabulous, isn't it? So there's loads you can do with this. This is all gold embossing as well, with a bit of acetate behind. That's how the shaker card's been created. So if you'd like to enjoy these today, get the ladies while we have them, the Boho Beautiful Complete Collection. There are 21 dies in total, and remember, you've got the images of the ladies, but you've also got all those other images like feathers and flowers and so on that you can enjoy using. Paper piece with them, but colour them in and embellishment how you choose. Paola's back a bit later.
Yes, at 11. We are together.
Oh, we're together at 11. Okay, fantastic. See you then. Coming up next, though, we've got some fantastic jewellery making. It is, of course, the first Tuesday of the month, so we'll be doing some silver jewellery making with the fantastic Mark Vardy. He'll be here. But have a little look at the website for everything else that's here from Tonic, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes' time. This is what's on the way, though, later today. So, yes, it's our jewellery box coming up in just a second. Stunning pieces you can make with Mark. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for that. Then we have our Spectrum Noir Sparkle One Day Special. That's with Debbie and Matt and Tando Creative here the hour after.
Hi, I'm Sue Wilson. I'm part of the team at Creative Expressions. And while I've been crafting all of my life, for the last 20 years or so, I've been doing card making. Creative Expressions have allowed me to bring you a line of my own dies for paper cutting, embossing folders, and matching stamps. So hopefully you can join me on Hochanda to see some beautiful tips, techniques, some demonstrations, things that you can take into your own card making. Make it so easy. We'll break it down step by step, and you will be amazed at what you can achieve. Join me, Sue Wilson, on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my Rowan Dean shows on Hochanda.
It's that time. First Tuesday of the month. That's the regular slot, isn't it?
Absolutely.
For Jewellery Box. Jewellery making. Mark is back with us. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, yes.
You have a good time?
Super, thank you.
Good.
You?
It's good to have you with us. Yeah, really good, thanks. I was here for New Year, but had Christmas off, so great. Now, what we've got for you is Silvar Designs for the next hour. It's all about making not just bracelets and necklaces, but all sorts of jewellery, earrings coming up soon as well. But what we thought we'd do is we start down this end of the counter, because this is a bumper bundle of really interesting and exciting beads. You know I love my jewellery. This is a bumper bundle. You can either go for one option or the other, or you can go for both together. So the choices are, here's the rich mix, basically. This is the rich mix here, which is the reds, the purples, the blacks, and you've got some silver beads in there as well. The other option is nature, which is more kind of earth tones and kind of smoky topaz colours and peridot greens and amethyst purples and so on. But if you can't choose and you want to go for both, then there's a discounted price. At the bottom, $19.98. So it's $11.99 each, or freedom price $10.79, or $19.98 if you want to go for the both bundles together. How many pieces of jewellery can we make out of this, Mark?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Well, each set of beads, there are about 40 to 50 beads in each colour.
Right.
So you're getting 5 of those in each kit, each
Wow.
pack. So about 200 to 250 beads altogether. So, I mean, if you're making earrings, lots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically. If you're making bracelets, I would say, I don't know, let's work on 15 to 20 bracelets.
Okay. And it's not just the beads you get in here. You've got some fixtures and findings and elasticated.
We've also supplied, every pack there is about 9 metres of elastic, and you've also got some earring fittings and some head pins. So really, although it's a bead bundle, we've actually turned it into a sort of mini kit.
Well, let's just have a little look at some of these beads as we go, because they are really interesting. Some of them I've never seen the like of before, like that one. That's really unusual and different, isn't it?
Yeah, and also what you've got here is a mixture of glass, you've got a mixture of acrylic, you've got a mixture of clay beads as well. So each pack's different. You're going to get a real mix of beads here. And as you say, Dave, the shapes are different. They're faceted, they're flat shape beads, all sorts.
Beautiful.
All sorts.
So all of this is the one that I'm looking at the moment, the first option. is the rich option. So this has got this wonderful smoky black. Now, details on the main part of the screen on the left are for both options together. So you'll get both the nature and the rich option. The purples here as well, this kind of amethyst look is quite superb, isn't it? And look at this one for a really interesting... It looks like it's something from under the sea, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, like coral.
So that's polymer clay, that one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at the top here, you've got some foiling going on inside a faceted resin bead as well. So lots of different textures and interest. Love it. So think about what you can make with these. If they're not your colour, but maybe the nature's more your colour, then they're £11.99 each set, OK? You get fixtures and findings in each set, plus the elastic as well. And just looking at some of the green ones, look at this green. It's so refreshing.
It's a great green. Great green. You mix that with the purple. That's purple. It's perfect.
And this one looks a little bit kind of Murano inspired.
Beautiful.
And then you've got down here, you've got this kind of smoky topaz colour as well. Really lovely. Then over here you've got again more amethyst shades as well. Small bit. And look at this little one. Look at this little bead here. How cute is that? Isn't that beautiful? They're all drilled for you as well. One jumped out. And then this is almost like a fusion of brown and green, isn't it?
There are browns and greens and golds in that mix there, yes, yeah.
This one just coming up now. Browns and greens, there we go. I mean, look at that one. How unusual is that bead there? Gorgeous. So that's what you're getting. £19.98 is the price if you want all the sets together, both sets together. Having said that, though, if you want them individually, they are available at a Freedom price of £11.99, less the Freedom discount, of course. That takes it down to £10.48. £10.79 it is, Freedom price, and the P&P, of course, is included. Now, lots of you going for the big bundle. You get everything here, and this gives you an idea of the sort of things you can make. That beautiful bracelet, or these beautiful bracelets, and this stunning necklace too, and a pair of earrings as well. A lot of these are quite lightweight, these beads.
All very lightweight, especially for the acrylic beads, resin beads, are very lightweight. And the great thing is that you can mix and match all the colours together. It all sort of works together.
Yeah,
you know, the purples and the greens, and the browns and the blacks and pinks.
And you can make to sell, no problem?
Absolutely.
So from,
no problem
from a
at all.
make-to-sell point of view, think about the sort of profit you could be making. What would you sell that bracelet for? £9.99?
Yeah, £7, £7.50 maybe. Yeah.
Well, you know, think of the sort of thing that you could be making, how much money you could be making by buying this and then selling them either on the internet or at fairs, that sort of thing. But half the fun of it is making it, isn't it? 523675, or just make it for yourself. Mix and match the colours, or keep the colours true. It's entirely up to you.
You know, if you haven't made any before, it's a great starter kit because you've got your elastic in there. You've got the earring findings as well. So really, you don't need much else. That will get you started.
Yeah, exactly.
So great starter kit.
And if you do need more findings, have a little look on the website. I'm pretty sure we've got
we've got an
essentials
product in this hour as well. It's on the website.
Yeah.
So that's got everything. It's got your memory wire and tiger tail and more elastic. And loads of findings in that pack as well.
Great. OK, that's on our website, hochanda.com, or the operator can find it for you if you want them to. Or details down the bottom, actually, if you want it. There it is.
There we go.
So you've got the wire, elastic, clasps and catches, ear hooks, jump rings as well. All of that for £14.99. There's not a lot of stock of that, though. 343914. Now, tassels are massive.
All over the place. Everywhere.
Yeah. People want their tassels.
Absolutely.
Where you hang your tassels is entirely up to you, what you do with them. Have a little look at these. They are great. They really are superb because you can make them into earrings, which is what they almost look like dream catchers when you use them on earrings, don't they?
Yeah, and of course you could use them in your mixed media projects. That's no problem. They don't have to be made into jewellery, these. No. You know, you can hang them from a window. That's absolutely fine. And these are cotton. They're about 30 millimetres long. And there was a choice. Well, there's no choice. You're going to get all of them.
You get the black, the red, the blue. You get the multicoloured, the rainbow tassels as well. Yeah, you can decorate all sorts. You can decorate your cards with them. You can decorate book tags or kind of bookmarks with them as well. You get a total of 6 of each of these colours. So there's 30. There's 5 colours, and you get And then you've also got all of these to make earrings as well. You've got these hoops. Now I've never seen these before, actually.
No, they're a slightly more unusual finding, but they're great because you can actually you could use them on their own without the tassels if you didn't want to put the tassels on, and you can thread your beads onto them. If I just show you that, Dave, I'm going to do a demo later, but if I just show you, these actually open, so you can see how you get Where's it gone? There we go. You can see you can get your beads on, thread it onto there. Okay.
Excellent.
So it's a more unusual earring fitting.
And then that attaches to the shepherd's crook hook.
And then you attach it. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very unusual, very different. Maybe a design that you've not introduced into your jewellery before. 30 jump rings, 10 ear hoops, and 20 ear wires as well. So you can make at least 10 pairs of earrings out of those, if not more. Yeah. So £9.99, 147 521 for your tassels. Now, these I love, because these are they kind of hand-blown? Or
it's hand-blown.
Hand-blown glass.
Mm.
Now, this is quite exceptional. Each one of these, I kind of treat these like little treasures, like little jewels, because they're not plastic or anything, hand-blown glass, so each one is unique. And when you see the detail that's in them, beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. And look at this one, with that swirling, it's almost like a humbug style, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But in glass.
Mm. And
they're incredibly light, not very fragile.
No, no. You know, you can bounce them on a carpet, they'll be fine, they won't shatter. I don't suggest you do that on a tiled floor.
No, probably not.
But, no, we do supply them in a box, so you will get this box with them in there, so it's for protection really while they're shipping, but obviously you could use that after as well.
So you're getting 10 hollow glass heart pendants, but they can be made into earrings as well if you want them to be.
Absolutely.
But you get 2 of each colour, by the way, and you've also got, if I just show you this dish, you've got little seed beads and head pins as well, so you can attach them to necklaces, or you can make them into earrings if you want to.
Yeah.
They're certainly not too heavy to be earrings.
No, absolutely fine for earrings, no problem at all. I think, you know, we've got Valentine's coming up. I know we've only just finished Christmas and New Year, but we have got Valentine's coming up. So if you're looking for something a little bit different to make for Valentine's show fairs, then these would be great.
I mean, they're quite subtle in the shape of a heart. I mean, it's not obvious it's a heart until you kind of get close and scrutinise it. It's just a beautiful pendant and ornament at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Not too heavy for earrings, beautiful as a centrepiece on a necklace, and £9.99. And to get hollow glass hand-blown hand-blown pendants like this, 10 of them for basically £1 each is remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, all the other bits and pieces we've supplied there are effectively, you know...
Yeah, bonuses.
Bonus.
Absolutely. So 796 679 for £9.99. I reckon they're going to fly. I don't think we're going to have any of those left at the end of the show. Now, next we've got glass bead strands. Now, if you are a jewellery maker or you fancy taking it up, you can never have too many of these.
No. And an interesting colour mix. Again, quite a subtle mix. More of the nature tones again, as opposed to the sort of pinks and reds. We've kept that out. We've done lots of that in the past, so we've made this a bit more subtle.
So the idea is you snip the wire and then just take off the beads.
Yeah, just take the beads off. It's on a nylon thread at the moment, but 24 strands of beads here. So, you know, I can't even remember the total number of beads, but there is about, I think there are 80 beads per strand.
That would probably look about right.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
And you get 24
strands. Wow. Yeah.
So the potential, that's 1,920 potential glass beads you've got there for £9.90. 639747 is your item number. You've got blue, you've got the amber, you've got the black, you've got the clear, the green as well. So more kind of, like you say, earth tones, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
2 different greens there, purples, clears, all sorts. Perfect with to mix together with metal beads. It's simple, very simple. Memory wire bracelet there with the browns and the greens and some of the silver beads, but great.
There's 8 colours, 3 strands of each.
Absolutely.
For £9.99. Brilliant. Absolute investment bargain. Get them now, 639747, and you're given a free hand to really do with them what you want. Now, next we've got Lucky Dip. Now, a Lucky Dip to start the year, what is better than that? What you're going to be getting, basically, are 6 jewellery-making kits for just £21.75. Tell us about the Lucky Dip and how it works.
OK, so what we've got is... We've been supplying you guys at Hochanda now for over 12 months, and we've got a few kits left. So what we're going to do is we're going to pack 6 kits in a Lucky Dip mix, but we're going to give you quite specific. So you're going to get 2 elasticated bracelet kits, you're going to get 2 earring kits, a mesh bracelet kit and a memory wire bracelet kit.
Right.
So you will be able to make 19 pieces of jewellery
for £21.75.
Yes.
Bargain.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're wondering what a mesh bracelet is, it's this sort of technique. Very fashionable at the moment, so that is what you're getting one of in the Lucky Dip, and colours will vary, obviously.
Yeah, and in that kit you'll be able to make 2 mesh bracelets.
OK, great. Then we've got, this is the
elasticated, yeah, so there'll be a variety of different elasticated bracelet kits supplied. It is a real Lucky Dip. It's whatever goes into our mix.
So you're going to get a true variety. Maybe you'll get colours that you wouldn't normally think of buying, but you'll make it and think, oh, actually, I really like that.
You'll get different beads, you'll get different colour rays, you'll get different metal colours maybe, so there's some rose gold, there's some silver tone.
You'll be able to make 19 pieces of jewellery.
19 pieces of jewellery, yeah.
For £21.75.
Yeah, well, now if I tell you, normally our regular price on these kits is around about £5, just under £5.
Oh, actually, the £21.75 is even better. I've got better news. It's £18.75. The details were wrong earlier on, so even better. So 19 pieces of jewellery for less than £1 each. £18.75 is the introductory price. 480200. I mean, look, this kit here, it's got a price on it of £4.95. I'm not going to say that you're going to be getting that particular bracelet. You'll get one like it. Memory wire, again, this has got a price of £4.95. You're getting 6 of them. And again, you're getting a true pick and mix. Tell us again what you get.
You get 2 elasticated bracelet kits, so that would make 4 elasticated bracelets, because each kit makes 2.
Right.
You get 2 earring kits. Each kit makes 5 pairs, so that's 10 pairs of earrings.
Yep.
You get a mesh bracelet kit, which makes 2 mesh bracelets, and you get a memory wire bracelet kit, which makes 3 memory wire bracelets. So that's your 19 pieces altogether.
All for £18.75. Yeah. If you sell them for £5 each, do the maths. 480200, your item number. OK, now we've also got some bracelets for you. Now, these are great because you're getting a variety of different types of bracelet. You're getting the standard bangle.
Yeah, you're getting 2 of those.
2 of those. The crossover bangle, like this one. And you're also getting the snake chain as well. So basically, there's 4 bracelets you can make. 4 bracelet bangles that you can manufacture, yes. And these are really straightforward. So if you are completely not a jewellery maker, this is something to go for, because all we have to do here is unscrew the end of the bangle or the bracelet, slide on the beads, screw the end back on. Well, it's rather like those rather expensive but lovely charm bracelets that you can buy. It works in the same sort of way.
It's exactly the same method, situation, yes.
So here you've got all these beads that you can see. You've got multicoloured glass beads, domed beads. You've got some that have got the smaller stones in for the sparkle as well. And the order you put them on in is entirely up to you. You've got black sparkling beads there as well. Yep. And on this one at the back, those are for the bangles, but or having said that, you can put these, of course, on the bracelet as well. But you've got these wonderful charms that just dangle from the bracelet, the snake chain. There's your butterfly. There's your articulated star. And also beautiful crystal-encrusted heart. Yeah. So you get one of those, and you get 2 of those with 28 charms. And the idea is you unscrew one of the balls, I presume. Yeah. They just unscrew like that.
That's right. Very straightforward.
Yeah. And then thread the charms on. Love it. And when they're finished and when they're put together, they look a little bit like that. And, of course, the lovely thing is, like an abacus, they just kind of dance.
Absolutely. And also, of course, if you have got some of those more expensive charms, they will fit.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah.
OK. So that's 714168 if you want the 4 charm bracelet kit. New today, £13.99 for all 4 bracelets.
Great price as well.
Very good price.
Super price.
Now, I know last time, or one of the other times you were with us, Mark, we had these spacer beads on, and they sold out numerous times.
We sold out the silver tone beads. We've sold out nearly a couple of times now. And the rose gold we brought to you last time as a new product. And what we thought was, because a lot of people were buying both. Yeah. So we thought, I know. Let's bundle it together.
Bundle them together. And this is like a blank canvas, because there's no rules with this. You can use them in whichever way you wish.
It's a real staple for jewellery makers. You know, you always require, at some point, a little silver tone or rose gold tone bead.
Sure. Well, what you've got are 4 different sizes of the beads in the 2 different colours. And the smaller the bead, the slightly more intense the colour in the rose gold becomes. The larger the bead, the slightly paler the colour goes, more like a champagne, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And then the silver, just stunning, they really are. £18.99. I don't know how many of these you've actually got, because there are probably thousands in there.
There's 2,150 beads altogether.
You've counted them?
Yes.
Right. 2,150 beads, all in all, with the rose gold and the silver finish. And they're all pre-drilled.
Yep.
So you just
nice big holes on the bigger beads as well, which is great sometimes. You need that sometimes. So the 1,400 of the silver tone and 750 of the rose gold tone.
Right. Superb. For £18.99, a bargain price.
Wow.
313654. Think of it as like jewellery punctuation. If you've got, you know, gems or you've got other sparkling stones, you just want to break them up a little bit. This is what these will do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. OK, 313654, £18.99. Now, the website, that's got everything from Silvar, of course, as well, including the accessory bundle we were talking about before, and you know, with all the fixtures and findings and so on, and other kits that are available as well. OK, it's all there, hochanda.com. Right, what are we doing first then, Mark?
Right. Well, what I've done, I've taken from the Essentials pack, I've actually taken some of the memory wire.
OK.
So, again, if you're a jewellery maker, you'll have memory wire in your kit. It's a real standard product. I love it. I know some people don't, it's weird really, but some people don't like it. I don't know why. I think you've got to get used to how it works and what you can do with it. But it's great for beginners, it's great to start with, it's easy. You don't need any glue, you don't need any fittings, findings, pair of round nose pliers, a nice pair of heavy-duty cutters, and off you go.
And we've got toolkits?
There's some on the website for Hochanda. Yeah, there are definitely toolkits around. What I'm doing is actually using the some of the beads from the bead bundle. So this is the clear bead mix, and what I've also added in there, as we've just talked about, are some of the silver tone beads.
Right, the spacers.
The spacer beads, yeah. So I'm actually using them. I started to thread this, and what I've done really with the memory wire, if you can see the end of the memory wire, I've just used a round nose plier there to just turn the end and make a loop. And that just really stops the beads from dropping off the end.
Right.
OK?
Yep.
Simple as that. That's all you need to do with memory wire. And then I've started to thread the beads on, OK? And I've done this because I spent a few minutes prepping this so that I've got a pattern. OK? So what I suggest you do is take your bead mix, split it up, and work out what pattern you can do with the mix that you're going to get. Now all the mixes
looks almost astrological, doesn't it?
It
like
does,
planets.
yeah, like planets, yeah. All the mixes are different. It doesn't matter. You can go random. If you, there's no real rules with jewellery making. Not many, anyway. But you could go completely random. I've got slightly more mathematical brain, and I have to go with pattern because otherwise it drives me mad.
Right.
So I worked this out in advance. So I started the pattern. So I've got sort of one section of pattern already on the memory wire here. But basically, all we have to do then is the other end of the memory wire, obviously where we haven't got a loop, we start to thread from that point there.
OK.
OK. So I'm just going to recopy the pattern. Again, as I say, it doesn't matter.
The patterns normally go in odd numbers. So I know with like flower arranging and stuff like that, it's always
I think jewellery making works well with odd numbers. I tend to go with 3s and 7s and 9s and things like that because that again that's good for my brain.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter if you could go even. But yeah, odd numbers work, especially on necklaces because you tend to have one in the middle, which always makes it odd.
Yeah, got you.
So yeah, I'm going to try and copy the pattern. I did it a few days ago, actually.
Well, if you do go for that bumper bundle of beads that we started the show with, that's going to give you so much scope and so much choice.
So many beads to play with, really. I mean, and so that's what I'm saying. If you're a beginner, if you haven't got any beads already, that will just get you started because you've got all those different colours. It's great. So yeah, just thread.
So there's opaque, there's kind of
there are all sorts. Frosted, AB finish, metallic finished. There's a lot. There's more acrylic in these mixes than we would normally go for, but it's great. It just really, because you get all the shapes and you get you can go for the bigger beads with the acrylics without getting the weight, because the problem with glass beads, as soon as you go big, they're really heavy, and then earrings become a problem with heavy beads, so you want to avoid that. Acrylics really give you that choice.
And half the fun is obviously wearing the jewellery you've made, but more often it's the fun of making it as well, and making something unique, turning something into a creation.
And also, of course, don't forget, if you've made it, you can take it apart.
Yeah.
So
change it.
Change it.
You get bored with the way something looks, then you can just refresh it and put a few new beads on, change your colour scheme maybe.
Absolutely.
Because fashion, you know, colours come and go in fashion, don't they? So you can
recycle.
Yep.
It's really so straightforward. To be fair, anybody could do this. In fact, my daughter helped me the other day with some memory wire. There's another sample piece here that's some of the 4mm, little 4mm beads threaded, and I just put them in front of her. She's 12, so she's of an age where that's not a problem.
And Dad's probably got the coolest job in the world.
Sort of, yeah, yeah. She's probably still in bed, actually.
Oh,
yeah. She'll probably watch me on catch up.
But I dare say she doesn't want for bracelets or earrings or necklaces.
Sometimes, yeah. She's just starting to find jewellery, I think, which is great. So, it's all right. I'm trying to copy.
She'll be giving you advice soon.
She will.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I do sometimes. I mean, it's quite useful. I do sometimes ask her for her opinion on certain things, but.
Now, these little spacer beads, you know, if that bracelet didn't have them, it would look like something's missing. It's like punctuation between the bigger stones. So.
You're absolutely right. It makes it pop.
Yeah. Really.
I know we talk about that quite a bit sometimes. See, I've messed that pattern up already, but I'm talking. It's very difficult to do. If you're... but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, we can go completely random with this. We've already gone random now, so... as you can see.
And you can make the memory wire bracelets, the beauty of them, you can make them as long as you want. They can have, you know, 2 wraps around the wrist or 3 or 4 wraps around the wrist. It's up to you.
Yeah. There is nothing...
No rules.
No rules. No rules. Don't have rules with jewellery making, because I think if you've got too many rules with jewellery making, it almost becomes a bit boring, a bit samey. So mix it up. Try things. As we just said, you can take it apart and try again. It's not a problem. So if you put this together and you think, oh, I don't like that, that's not right. If the sizes or the shapes are in the wrong place and you need to move them around, it's fine.
Well, just start off with a mat full of beads and see where it takes you.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what you've created, then you just take them off and start again.
Yeah. I mean, if I got to that point now and thought, yuck, that's horrible, it isn't. It's quite nice actually. But if I thought that's horrible, I'd just push them all back off again, and off you go again.
There's no mess with it either. There's no glue or anything like that to...
No, we do use glue sometimes with jewellery making, but not that often. Not that often, really. And certainly not with memory wire. It's great. If you have got teenagers that want to make jewellery, and I haven't made any before, memory wire is great to use because, you know, they haven't got to tie anything off. They don't need any glue. They don't need to finish things off with complex findings. You almost don't require any tools.
No.
Apart from
one tool to create the stopper at the end.
Yeah, I'm just going to use that again. Let's put that on the end. That's big enough. Let's go with a slightly smaller one. In fact, let me swap that around because I can.
Spacer at the end.
Yeah, let's see if that works. Yeah, that's okay. In fact, let's just trim it off, that's easier. Make it the right length. So I'm just using a pair of memory wire cutters here. Don't use your, we always say this, but don't use your, if you've got side cutters, don't use them with memory wire because you'll dent them.
Okay.
Okay, so try and get hold of some proper memory wire shears. If you haven't got memory wire shears, I would suggest just getting the heavy-duty electrical wire cutters. Okay,
Yep.
they work really well.
But I'm pretty sure we've got memory wire cutters
They
on the website.
may well be on the
I'm sure
website.
they're on our website. Yeah. If you haven't got
That's the
them.
thing to have if you haven't,
Yeah.
really. Okay, so I've got some round nose pliers here. All I'm going to do is take the end of the memory wire and I'm going to loop that and make a loop on the end of the memory wire. And basically that stops the beads from going anywhere.
There it is. Done.
And there we go.
And one
There
size
is
fits
our-
everyone. So if that's for sale on your stall somewhere, you know whoever picks it up and wants to put it on, it's going to fit.
Absolutely. It's perfect if you've got a fair.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to go back and remind you of some of the items in the show, but let's remind you of the essentials kit then. This is what we talked about earlier on that's available in the show. This has got everything you need. You've got your bolt ring clasps in there, your lobster clasps in there, all the fixtures and findings you need for necklaces, for bracelets, and for earrings as well. So it's a great thing to start with if you've got nothing at all and you're liking the idea of taking up jewellery making, maybe for a little bit of a pastime. $14.99 is the price for everything you see there. The tiger tails included, the elasticated cords included, memory wire you can see at the front, that's what we just used in that last demonstration, the coil that looks like a slinky, that's the memory wire. And then in the box, all those fixtures and findings, which you can actually use when you've used them up. You can, of course, use that for storing your beads and things like that if you want to too. 343-914. $14.99. Now, a lucky dip, remember, that Mark was talking about, this is great value. It works out, it's only £18.75, and you can make 19 different pieces of jewellery from this. Now, we can't say exactly what colours you're going to be getting, that sort of thing. It is literally a lucky dip, but you're going to be getting enough to make 19 pieces of jewellery. Bracelets and also earrings, no problem at all. 480200 if you'd like to have that variety. 480200. But where we started was with the Mega Mix bundle of the beads. Now, we've got the Mega Mix bundle basically is both the rich and also the nature. If you want them either or, then they are on the bottom of the screen at $11.99 or $10.79 if you're a Freedom member. That's $150,926. But you save the most money by buying them at an introductory price as a duo together. And then you'll basically be able to make dozens and dozens and dozens of pieces of jewellery because you're getting so many different beads. This is the rich option over here. So this has got your black. It's got that lovely, almost like a ruby red, or kind of a pink tourmaline more actually of shading. It's beautiful. Silver, you've got your amethyst shades, ruby reds at the back here, all of these colours in all these different shapes and sizes. And if I just tilt, where are we? If I just tilt this one forward so you can see just how much variety you get in there. You've got round beads, you've got faceted beads, you've got different odd shapes, you've got metallics, one that looks almost like a spun spider's web. I mean, this one is probably the most interesting. I do love this. This is acrylic. If I put it into the shot for you, isn't that unusual? The way it picks up the light's beautiful. It's like a curved cube, really different, and it's very kind of optically interesting. And one of the biggest ones is just there. I've just grabbed that one from the pot further down. The clear ones, you've got a bit of silver going on in there as well. I mean, look at this one with the AB crystals in it, like a sparkling globe. And you've got all shapes and sizes in there. Beautiful. So that's the rich. You do get some elasticated cord and you get some earring hooks and also some head pins as well. They're all in there. So you can be making bracelets, you can be making all sorts, necklaces and earrings as well. And then the nature version of this, or the earth tones we're calling it, I think, rather than nature. Oh, it is nature. OK, but the earthy tones. You've got your copper, you've got your coppery green, you've got your lime green like a peridot, your amethyst purple, and then, of course, the clear as well. So both of those sets are less than £20, and quite simply, you can make dozens of pieces of jewellery from them. And it's just lovely to have a lot of variety that you can choose from, I think. And one that's just kind of caught my eye. Let me just show you this one here. Look. That's really different, isn't it? Almost looks like a semi-precious stone, but it is, of course, resin, but looks so realistic, and it's faceted beautifully too. Like a tortoise shell, maybe? Yeah, like that. That could be a feature bead on a necklace or something, couldn't it? Easily. So it's 523,675. That's the price if you want the mega bundle. It's cheaper to buy the mega bundle than it is to buy the two sets individually as a Freedom member. So makes sense to go for them at the introductory price. 523,675. Now the tassels, first time I think I've ever shown tassels in a jewellery show, but they are incredibly fashionable at the moment. And these particular earrings have been made to look very much like dream catchers, and I think they're very, very fashionable because of that. Dream catchers are hugely popular. I know all the Christmas markets were selling dream catchers over the last few weeks. You've got here a total of, was it 30? 30 tassels. You've got 6 in the blue, the red, the white, and also the multicoloured. So 6 colours, 5 of each. You get the black as well. 5 colours, 6 of each. And then you've got, of course, these findings that you can see here as well. 30 jump rings. 10 ear hoops for the shepherd's crook hooks, and 20 ear wires as well. And like Mark showed us, I didn't realise this earlier on, but they actually come apart like that. So you can thread the beads onto them, and you can thread the tassels on them. So there we go, look. So it just opens like a conventional piece of jewellery should. So really different. I haven't seen these before. And they are here today, if you like them, for just £9.99. That's the set for your tassels. And, of course, you can use the tassels in all sorts of things. You can use them in your card making and your scrapbooking as well, if you want to, or just maybe interior design, decorate some picture frames with them. 147521. Now, the hearts, this, I think, out of the show, this is my favourite thing because I love anything that's unique. This is hand-blown glass. Now, you get 10 of them, and it works out to £1 per heart. Now, if you are selling jewellery, to say that you're actually purchasing or you've got the opportunity of owning a hand-blown glass pendant or pair of earrings is pretty special. It means they're unique. 5 colours, you get 2 of each. There, as you can see, you've got your green and your blue, completely opaque. You can see all the way through it, but wonderful quality. And to get them in a little box like this is really sweet. And you also get 20 glass beads, 20 silver metal and 10 head pins as well. So all of those beads are included, so you can be making things like this, decorating them top and bottom. Isn't that lovely? Really beautiful. You can even make maybe charms to a degree as well. OK, you've got to be careful, they're glass, but that could be maybe a mobile phone charm or something like that. Maybe not put a glass charm on the phone. Yeah, maybe not a good idea. Maybe best just to wear it as jewellery. Well, it's up to you. Anyway, 796-679 for 10 hollow glass hearts. Beautiful. Then we have our strands of glass beads. Now, these are quite earthy in their colours. You've got your green and your topaz, the kind of beautiful smoky topaz colour. Blues as well, blacks and clears. All those colours are included, and there's an amethyst purple in there as well. You're getting 24 strands of 4mm round glass beads for £9.99. Snip the cord and then, of course, use the beads as you wish. 8 colours, 3 strands of each. And then, as it's difficult when you see them as strands like that to imagine them as jewellery, but when you see, this is, again, memory wire that's been used, threaded with those beads, and a couple of the silver spacer beads put on there, make all the difference, but lovely. Absolutely lovely. £9.99, 639747 is your item number. Now, the website, and then we'll go back to Mark for more demonstrations. That's everything from Silvar that we have in the show today. First jewellery show of 2018. Now, that bangle kit we talked about is brilliant. So you've got basically 1 snake bracelet and then 3 bangles that you can put the charms onto. And you get 28 charms. 28 charms too, for £13.99, but you can make 4 bracelet bangles out of that, which is amazing. Then we've also got these beautiful Silvar Designs spacer beads. Now, they are in a choice off. You're actually getting both colours, all of them, not a choice off this time. 2,150 beads for £18.99, and they are wonderful rose gold and silver in 4 different sizes as well. And you've seen them in virtually all the finished pieces of jewellery in the show today. They kind of give you that punctuation. They kind of break up the pattern, don't they?
Absolutely.
And make it kind of stand out more.
Absolutely. Yeah.
OK, tassels.
Tassels.
Talking tassels.
Talking tassels.
There's actually a tassel shop in Brighton.
Is there?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, when I went there on a weekend away a few months ago. Yeah, they just sold nothing but tassels. It was fascinating.
Wow.
It was busy.
Well, it would be at the moment because
yeah,
it really is very fashionable. Now, what I've done, we supply you with some jump rings. Right. So when you get the tassels, the cotton tassels, the jump ring won't be fitted. OK, but all you have to do is really sort of find where the material folds over. Yep. And then just feed the jump ring through. OK, it's really easy to do. Just open your jump ring conventionally, sideways, thread it through, close it up, and there you go. We've got the tassel sitting on a jump ring.
And you get the right number of jump rings for the number of tassels you get in the kit. So there's 30 jump rings and 30 tassels.
Yeah. So really, if you want to use them in your card craft, you probably wouldn't use the reason we haven't fitted them is because if you're using them for other things, you probably wouldn't want them there.
I mean, talking about mobile phone charms and things like that,
Perfect for
really
that.
huge. This would be actually a lot better than a glass hand-blown heart, thinking about it. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea of mine. This is much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Yeah. Now, I've got these hoop fittings, which are a bit unusual. So let's talk about those. You can see at the back here, one side is crimped, okay, and one side is open. So only one side opens. Don't try and pull the other side off, okay? Once you've done that, you can start to thread beads on.
Okay.
Okay. The other good thing about this is there's a little hole at the bottom of this sort of triangular bit at the top as well that we can hang from.
Excellent.
So you could, if you wanted to, hang the tassel from the middle. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of... These, if you don't want to use the tassel at all with this and keep the tassels for something else or make jewellery just with the tassels, then use these to make earrings as well. So it's quite a mixed pack, this. All I'm going to do here is thread beads on.
Okay. I'll just show you those earrings again, actually, while Mark's doing that, because they're incredibly light and they're just kind of free-flowing. And I love the multicoloured ones in particular, all those different coloured strands. Really, again, quite bohemian. We're having quite a bohemian morning this morning.
Very boho. I was there, I was watching your previous show. It was very interesting.
You can imagine those ladies wearing these earrings, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that. Okay. I'm going to thread on the tassel now, you see. And then I'm going to carry on. Oh, try again. Always do that with clear beads. Clear beads are really, sometimes really awkward to thread because you can't see the hole.
Right. And you drop them.
Yeah. Almost got to do it by touch. Okay, so there we go. Like that. Okay. Really simple.
Yeah, very simple.
Okay, very effective. Simple and effective. That's the trick, really. Okay, and then push that end in. Now, what we can do here, you can either squash. There's sort of a loop. There's a tube there that I've just pushed into. You could squash that if you want to. Okay.
That'll lock
I
it
actually
in,
lock it. I actually find that if I push it a little bit further through the tube, it's difficult to see. Get a little bit of this hoop to come through, and then just tweak the end with a pair of snipe nose or chain nose pliers, and just to stop it pulling out. Okay. Really easy to do. A little bit fiddly to show you, but I'll just do it so it doesn't fall out. There you go, just tweak that end up, and that will, oh, I've done it. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, that's locked in.
Okay, great.
Okay. Now, you could finish at that point. You just put your ear wire on. You could actually use that as a pendant.
Now, I don't know if you're the same. I've never seen earrings like that for sale.
No.
So you'll be wearing something quite
fairly unique
and offering something pretty unique as well in the marketplace.
Yeah,
so.
I would say you're probably right there, actually. If you want to, as I say, I've got a head pin here, so I'll quickly thread one of those up. And I'll just go with the same colour mix. Of course, you don't have to. You could mix your colours completely.
I've just been told, evidently, because I don't wear earrings, do I? Tassel earrings are huge at the moment, so probably they are out there. It's very in fashion, so...
Yeah, possibly not with the hoop, though.
Maybe not, no.
No, yeah, I agree.
Hoops, I've never seen those hoops before.
Tassel earrings are massive.
Right.
Yeah, all over the high street. So, in fact, there's tassels all over the place. So, so what I've done there, I've taken a head pin, I've made a 90-degree bend. I'm then going to trim that, leave about a centimetre, trim it off, make sure we don't lose that bit into the crowd or somebody's eyes, and then turn a loop, as if we're making a standard earring. So round nose pliers right on the end of the head pin that we just chopped, and then we start the turn. And I always say to people, there's no rush. Okay, make the loop nice and round. There's a little bit of a gap there, that's fine, because I'm going to open it anyway and close it again in a second.
Right.
So that gap we can adjust at that point. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to thread that on. It's mildly fiddly, but easy when you've done a few. And then we're going to close that And then we've got
Oh, cute. A little dangle.
a dangle in the middle.
In the middle.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So finish your earring off, take one of the ear wires, open the ear wire, thread it on, and close it.
And these are going to be wonderfully light to wear, but very fashionable and very unusual and very different. Remember, the tassels are hugely popular at the moment, very fashionable, but what we think makes it unique is that hoop. I've not seen an earring like that before, but it now looks a little bit like a dream catcher.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yep.
$9.99, brand new today, and you can make how many pairs of earrings out of that?
We give you enough to make 10.
10 pairs.
Yeah, well, there's only 10 of the hoops.
Yeah.
So you can only make 5 pairs like that, but there
You'll have some tassels left over.
Yeah, I think there are 20 ear wires, though, so you could make more different earrings with it.
OK, fab. Yeah. So $9.99 is all you pay, and it's that 147521. You'd probably pay that for a pair of earrings, wouldn't you? Let's face it. OK, now, if you have a little look at the tassel kit, there it is. So there's the hoops, the shepherd's crook hooks as well to go into the pierced ear, the jump rings as well, which you can put into each of those tassels. Only £9.99, and you're getting a total of 30 tassels, wasn't it? 147521. Now, the Mega Bead collection we've got for you. Now, this is 2 collections in one. So this has basically got the, this has got the bold, or rich, I think it was called, and nature. Those are the 2 colours that we've got together. Rich is on the right-hand side, nature's on the left-hand side. All different shapes and sizes and all different effects of beads as well. And you also get some elasticated wire and also some fixtures and findings and also hat pins there too. For £19.98, a lovely collection of colour. Now, the heart pendants, this has been the most popular item in the show. Now, I'm not at all surprised by that, because these are, if I get them out of... No, actually, I'll keep them in the box and just tilt the box forward for you. Each one is hand-blown. So each one is unique. Although they all do look very similar, and you get a few of each design, 2 of each design, 5 designs, I think it is. Yeah, they do look similar. They are, if you study them, very unique indeed. And, you know, if you've been to, like, Venice or anywhere like that where, you know, glass jewellery or glass ornaments are all the rage, or maybe Malta is another place where glass is massively popular, you can spend a small fortune on small hand-blown pieces of glass. These are $9.99 for 10, and each one very different, making them into earrings, making them into pendants. You get some hat pins, and you also get some sparkling gems as well, or beads as well, and also some spacer beads in there too. And you can then use the pins and so on to set them like this. 10 head pins, 20 metal beads, and 10 of the glass beads, and then you get these fantastic 20 of each of the beads, and then you get 10 of the hearts. There we go. For £9.99. 796 679, and all the hand-blown glass beads go into the presentation box. It comes in a box as well that's padded for safety in transit. 796 679. The strands as well, these have been popular. You're getting a total of 24 strands in all these different colours. And if I just show you those different colours, you've got white, you've got green, you've got purple, black, blue, all in there for £9.99. So there's, how many were there?
About approximately, I think, 80 on each string.
80 on each string. Like, so you get 24 strings, 8 24s, about 1,600 beads in total. Well, even more, 1,920 beads. There we are, for £9.99. And when you see them made as jewellery, you can really appreciate how gorgeous they are. There they are on just some memory wire. Really lovely. One size fits all, and as earrings. If you just like, you know, quite minimalist, then these are going to be good for you. £9.99 the price, 639747. Now, the Lucky Dip is what it says. And Mark, remind me again of what's in the Lucky Dip. You're going to get
2 elasticated bracelet kits.
Yep.
You're going to get 2 earring kits. And you get a mesh bracelet kit and a memory wire bracelet kit. So 6 kits in total. You can make 19 pieces of jewellery with that.
And just to give you an idea of the sort of things that you're going to be getting, obviously we can't guarantee you're going to get exactly what I'm showing you. It'll all be a lucky dip of basically items that we have with Silvar that are still available. But you're going to get amazing quality, amazing variety and versatility. I mean, even if you're getting things that necessarily you wouldn't wear yourself, if you buy jewellery or make jewellery kits to sell, you know, those are going to be popular with lots of other people, so you'll find that you get amazing value for money. $18.75 to make 19 pieces of jewellery at least is quite exceptional value for money. So it's less than £1 for each piece of jewellery, and if you sell them just for £5 each, you know, you're quids in, you really are. 480 200, and it's £18.75 the price.
Great gifts there as well, because each kit is individually wrapped, so you've got 6 gifts if you want to do it like that.
OK, now the charm bracelets, we have those for you. Now, although we're saying charm bracelets, there's one of them that's a bracelet, and there's also 3 bangles. And they are all the rage at the moment, really, really fashionable, and a lot of them can be very pricey. You're getting all 4 for £13.99, and you get 28 charms on them as well. This one is the snake chain, and it does have an extender chain on it, so one size fits all. But that, of course, can be connected wherever you want it to be, so you can have it as short or as long as you wish. But all the charms, of course, just slide over the snake chain, which is lovely. Lobster claw clasp on it. But then the other 3, which is really exciting, are bangles. Now, the way you put the charms on the bangle is one of these balls unscrews, only one of them. So when you take that off, you can then slide the beads on, and you can change the formation of the beads, you can change the order that you put them on in and change all the colours, and you get a real mixture. I've got them in my hands just to show you. You get multicoloured glass beads, you get some that are fixed with crystal, black crystal, AB crystal, rhinestones, all of those. And then you've also got a further 2 bangles. Another one that's straight, so you get 2 straight ones, like that, and then you get one that's a crossover bangle, and again, one of those balls will unscrew, and you can thread the charms on. And, you know, if you get bored with a colour combination, you unthread it and put a new one on.
Absolutely. Easy peasy.
Very easy, and very good value. £14, or £13.99 it is, 714168. And the website's got everything on there, and we're going to be working, actually, with the hand-blown hearts in a second, but have a little look at all that's available. Hochanda.com. Now then, the hand-blown hearts, what can we do with those? Well, we can use them obviously as pendants. You can also wear them as earrings, because they're not too heavy at all. They're nice and light. What are we going to do with them?
I'm going to turn it into a pendant.
OK.
So I take one of the head pins that is supplied. Obviously, you can change. You could, if you've got your own beads, you want to add a bit of colour, or you want to add a different colour, then feel free. I've got a silver bead here, silver tone bead. I'm putting on the end of the head pin first. Then I'm going to pop on one of the crystal rondelle glass beads, which again are supplied in the kit.
Lovely.
And then we go with the glass heart, which basically pops on like that.
So cute.
They're really beautiful, really beautiful. And we talked about Valentine's, but to be honest, any time.
Yeah. It's not obviously a heart until you look at it quite closely, especially when you put the beads on top. It almost disguises its shape.
It disguises it.
Yeah.
There you go. Really straightforward.
It could be a teardrop if you wanted to think of it in that way as well. Not necessarily a heart, but...
Yeah.
But have you seen, have you ever been to, like, Venice or
I haven't, actually. No, but...
Hand-blown glass beads are fortune.
Love to... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You have to Murano,
exactly.
those areas, OK, so thread your beads on. What I'm going to do is slightly different, because you could just make a loop like you would an earring. But if I make a pendant, what I tend to do is, if I've got enough head pin left, I tend to just roll it.
Right.
So it goes round more than once, if you like. It's the same principle. So I'll put on a 90-degree bend, but I'm not going to trim any off this time.
Right.
I'm just going to take my round nose pliers, OK, right on the end, and I'm going to roll that, and I'm going to continue to roll it. So it's really very straightforward. There's very little that can go wrong with that. Get that roughly in the centre. OK, pop it off the pliers, and there we go. So now there's less likelihood of that actually dropping off, because it's gone past that single point of loop.
It's almost become an ornament now, hasn't it?
Yes.
In many ways.
If you make that and you get some clear thread and hang that from a window, that would be beautiful, because you can see straight through it, so the light will actually shine through.
Actually, if you get all 10 of them and put them on a decorative hanger, you make a wonderful glass hand-blown mobile.
Really lovely.
And it's only cost you £10.
Yeah, really delicate as well. They really are a delicate finish. And yeah, I mean, the price is amazing. You know, for hand-blown glass, it's great. So it's fun. The fact you can see through is good. If you've got some really, really fine beads, like really small seed beads, you could probably thread them through, because some of them, they do differ. I'll be honest, they do differ, but some of them, the hole at the top or the bottom of the bead is a little bit bigger.
Well, they will
so
differ because they're hand blown.
Because they're hand blown.
Yeah.
So you may be able to get some colour beads inside them, which would be really special.
Yeah, so they can be almost like shaker hearts. Yeah,
absolutely.
Give a go with that.
Give it a go.
Right, we're going to go and remind you of then what else is in the show. We've got our spacer beads. Now, remember, these have had a history of being very, very popular, especially the rose gold option. Now, what we've done, what Mark's done for the new year, is he's teamed up the silver and the rose gold and put them together for you at a special introductory price, £18.99. You get 4 different sizes. You can, of course, use them on their own to make fantastic jewellery, but they act as fantastic spacer beads, as like punctuation on your bracelets, your necklaces, so on. £18.99, a staple must-have for any jewellery maker, 313654. We have the Essentials kit, which is, remember, the toolkit, which gives you everything you need to make beautiful bracelets, wonderful necklaces as well. You've got your tiger tail, the memory wire is what's in the front of the picture. You've got your elasticated cord as well, and then the box is full of fixtures and findings like lobster claw clasps and so on. Approaching 30% of the stock we had available has gone on that one. That's 343914. Now, the mega beads we've got for you, these are, well, it started off as a choice between rich and nature, but what you've actually got, what most of you are going for is the big one, which gives you everything, and a little bit of everything is always a good idea, I think. Good saving on this as well. It's £19.98. You save £4 off the usual price of £23.98, and if you do want each option, then it's available at £11.99, but it is on Freedom price, which is £10.79 Freedom price if you want to go for either the rich or the nature. The rich is the one that's, I think you're looking at now, with the black and the purpley, almost like a ruby colour.
Hot pink, we call that.
Hot pink, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
Then you've got your amethyst purple, you've got the wonderful rich red at the back there, fiery red at the back, and of course the clear too. So that one is your rich, and you get all of those. And over here we've then got the nature, which is browns and kind of olive greens, peridot greens at the back here as well, another amethyst purple selection. I mean, these are just gorgeous. Look at the size of that. But they're lightweight, they are acrylic, so they're not going to be too heavy to wear, but really striking and very attractive. And then you've got your clear at the back there. We've got more purple and green. So if you want the 2 sets together, you'll get 2 sets, including 2 spools of elasticated cord and 2 sets of fixtures. That's only £19.98, 523-675. The tassels, very popular at the moment. What we think makes these different is the fact that you've got the circular hoops to thread the beads onto, and that gives them almost like a dream catcher style. Very lovely. You've got 30 tassels. You've then got, of course, the ability to thread lots of those small beads that we've got in the show as well onto there. And you've got shepherd's crook hooks, jump rings, and how many of the rounds do we have? Was it 10? 10 rounds. So you can make 5 pairs that look like this, and plenty of other pairs, of course. 5 colours, 6 of each of the tassels. You can use the tassels however you want. 147521 for £9.99. The most popular item in the show, though, has been our hearts, our hand-blown hearts. As soon as we saw the word hand-blown and the fact they were glass as well, no surprises there that they've been the most popular item. Whether you're making little mobile hangings, like Mark said, putting them in the window, just one on a pair of a piece of translucent cord would look really lovely. Yeah. But they are individually made, which is what I find hard to believe for £9.99. You know, you'd expect them to be resin for that price, or mass-produced, but they're all hand-blown. And that's what you were saying about some of the holes being a little bit larger than the others.
Yeah.
You could get some seed beads in there.
You could get some seed beads in there, yeah. Maybe a size 15 or a size 11, possibly.
Right. And there's your clear, and again, you've got those wonderful patterns, the brown and the white stripes, all done by hand. So all 10 of those, they come in a presentation box, and they are just £9.99, the most popular item in the show. And you've got the head pins there as well. Also, you've got some spacer beads and also some acrylic gems there as well. And that's £7.96.
They're glass.
Oh, glass, beg your pardon, not acrylic, glass.
Or glass, that pack.
Great, OK. And then we go to our strands, which are these. 24 strands, remember. 4mm glass beads here, and they are £9.99. And you've got your purple, you've got your black, your brown, your blue, and of course your clear beads there as well. Loads and loads and loads. About 1,600, was it, you said, beads?
Oh, it's about 1,900, I think.
1,900,
yeah,
roughly.
so it's lots.
Yeah. So about 80 per strand. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yep.
1,920.
Plenty to play with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's approximately. But there's a lot there to play with. And they can make wonderful pieces of jewellery like these earrings at the back or this memory wire
My
bracelet.
12-year-old made those.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So anyone really can start to make jewellery at any age, really.
Absolutely.
When they get to a certain age. Brilliant. Well, thanks, Mark. Happy New Year again.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Great show.
Thank you. Yeah, really lovely show. And remember, you can see everything that's in the show by going to the website, hochanda.com. And you can also watch it back if you've just missed the beginning of it or something. Watch it back on replay or rewind a bit later on. So I'll see you a bit later on this morning in a couple of hours. The one-day special with Debbie Fisher is on the way next with Matt. Lots of sparkle on the way. Cheers, Mark.
Take care.
Stay tuned this Tuesday. So yes, Spectrum While Sparkle, the one-day special is coming up next. Then we have our Tando Creative Special for you. And I'll see you back with Paola for Tonic Boho Ladies. That's a little later on at 11 o'clock today.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. We have a wonderful in-house designer called Sue, who hand draws all the images, which we then transfer into rubber stamps. We have very, very elaborate designs. We have everything from steampunk right through to beautiful florals, and then we have scenic and we have words. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media, or art journaling, join us at Hochanda for our journey into everything creative and messy, and see what you can create with our stamps.
Hi, my name's Leona. I've been into crafting for many years now. As a little girl I'd craft with mum and dad, but then obviously it stuck with me that much that it became my career. I think for me crafting's so fun because there's always something new to learn, there's always something new to play with, and it's such a rewarding hobby as well. That's why I absolutely love it and recommend it to so many people. I'm really thrilled to be part of the Hochanda family. Really excited about seeing how it's grown, seeing how it's developed so far, and all the brand new things that I know we've got coming up. I'm really passionate about getting back into demonstrating on TV as well, and actually sharing techniques with you, products with you that I personally love. I hope you can tune into my shows here live at Hochanda.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope you've done your exercises. We're live here with a one-day special. It's 9 a.m. It launched last night at 6 p.m. and it's available for just 24 hours. But the time is already ticking away and so many people have already got theirs. We're talking about the lovely sparkle pens. I'll show you the samples in a second. We've got two options available for you. The vintage option, which is the vintage hues. These are wonderful, wonderful brush pens. If you've never seen them before, oh my goodness, you're in for a treat. Now we're looking at the vintage hues up here. An incredible amount of the stock's already gone. Half. On the vintage hues you get 3, 6, 9, 12 pens plus the metallics with your sparkle there. Notice how I'm holding a card in the background in a crafty sort of way there to show you the sparkle. But you've got your metallics there. They're so wonderful. So that's the vintage hues. On the bottom row, we've got the spring, summer, autumn, winter for the seasons represented, but also you get the clear overlay pens there as well. There are the clear overlays, 3 of those, and then those gorgeous seasons there next to it. 40% of the stock gone on that bundle too. So really, really busy for both options there, because I'm sure you've already noticed your one-day special is a half price saving. So Debbie Fish is here to tell us more and also maybe reveal the secrets of the... Hello, Debbie.
Do you know what I wanted to do, Matt? I was dying to get a pot of glitter and sprinkle it on us. But I thought you wouldn't appreciate it being covered in glitter all day.
I go home covered in glitter every day.
I know, but you know what? We've got sparkle pens, we've got fairy stamps. It's the start of a new year, and it's so exciting to have such a good offer on these pens.
Yeah, definitely. And there's even the secret news of the big bundle as well. But there may be some more hiding behind here. But you know, just hang on a moment. But some of these examples show how wonderful the sparkle pens are, aren't they?
We're really lucky. We've had Sheena's design team do some sparkle stamps, sparkle samples for us, which are absolutely stunning. Now look at that. I mean, that is just the most incredible sparkle, and you get that from the pens. I mean, I've never seen pens that sparkle this amount by laying it down all over. Create your backgrounds, create your stamp with them. These beautiful fairy stamps complement them so well. Donna has designed these, and they just work really well with the sparkle. If you are new to colouring, these are perfect for you, Matt, because they are water-based. So you can do loads of different techniques. You can create all your own backgrounds. You can colour in anything you want to, including things like your prima flowers and ribbon, little embellishments that actually absorb the moisture of the pens. Anything like that, you can colour with them. They are incredible.
Debbie, I still can't believe the whole porous surface thing where going on to MDF and wood, non-primed, but the pigment stays there. They look great.
They're perfect.
Yeah, look at this. So for creating a starry sky, for creating maybe a beautiful sparkly ocean, or picking out detail in a stamped image, or creating a whole background, they're amazing.
If you are a messy crafter, you are going to love these pens, because there's so much you can do with them. But if you are a nice tidy crafter that doesn't like too much mess, you've got a precision brush on these, and you can just colour in your stamped images, which looks so pretty.
And then these are the colour swatches now for the vintage hues, and you've got biscuit, macaroon, and also teacup. I mean, that's a lovely deep blue, that teacup.
The colours are exceptional, and because they're water-based, you can mix them. They will blend together, they work well together. You can mix them with water. You can use the clear overlay as well. These, I love these. The vintage packs are just exceptional.
Yeah. Both packs have been very busy last night and overnight. However, vintage slightly busier, with half the stock already gone. There with fig, peony, and also the sage. And then look at this, you get the metallics with your vintage hues as well. There's the onyx black, spun gold, and sterling silver. The onyx black just wins all the prizes.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get a similar look to that onyx black on black card, you could use your clear overlay, which come in the other set. So you get your clear overlay with your seasons, don't you?
And I would absolutely say go for the clear overlays. Go for an extra set of the clear overlays, because you are going to be using them for all sorts of things. You may be an alcohol marker colourist, Matt. You can use that clear overlay over all your alcohol colouring, and you'll get that intense sparkle. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I think just the description there of starry sky, to show how amazing the pens are. Just the fact that starry sky there, it looks so lovely. And then you've got your shades of spring as well there, and then also summertime to show those colours. Blue topaz, wow. All of those colours that you're getting in each set. However, I know why a lot of you have already got your one day special, because it's amazing, it's a great price, but I also know why a lot of you might be hanging on, because there is that big bundle as well. But more news on that later. Didn't realise this was a news show, did you? But anyway, 330847 is your item number here for your one day special. Now you're choosing either option, either or. So this is the vintage selection, and you've got your metallic sparkle pens, or you're choosing the seasons 1, 2, 3, 4 with the clear overlay. It's an either or, half price. Now, thanks to Crafter's Companion, there's always usually some sort of ridiculous offer on the sparkle pens somewhere, but half price. It's a big one. This is the Big Save event, and it's the last one-day special in the Big Save event. So I think working with Crafters Companion, we've got a good one here.
We've definitely got a good one. And can I just say, Matt, these aren't pens that we're trying to get rid of. These are our core. Yeah, these are our core stock. So we always have the sparkles in. So grab them while you can. They're not refillable. So if you had them in the past, treat yourselves and get some extras in your stash.
Yeah, definitely. If you can't choose, we have the big bundle. Did I already mention that? I'm so sorry if I did. But with the big bundle, you get both options on the one-day special. So you're still getting that half-price offer because you're getting both bundles here today. But for a saving of £13 on top of that, you're getting 2 extra packs of sparkle pens, but you're only paying for one of those packs, given the saving of £13. There, £77.92 plus delivery gets you the full bundle, and the 2 extra pen packs are just lovely. The Glitz and Glamour, and also the Perfect Pastels are the 2 extra pen packs you'll be getting with your big bundle there. 443920. So yeah, Debbie, I know that you can't wait to start using them, but first of all, you want to show us how to prime them.
Absolutely, yes, because when you get the pens home, now they are all completely safe. They're all in their packs. You'll get the 3 pens in each pack. Each pen comes with its lid, with its brush, and with this little yellow sort of collar that it's got on there. That yellow collar, you get rid of. You don't need that at all, so you can just disregard that. If I open this up, you'll see that's got a barrel in there that's completely sealed. So all your fine glitter in there is kept in there really safe, and all that beautiful ink. You then put this bit here, so we've got a little pin inside there. See if we can angle it. Now that pin, once screwed on, look at the state of my fingers, that's disgusting.
Debbie, but you've been playing
I have been playing this morning. What we're
don't worry,
going to do
they're water-based, everybody.
is
don't worry.
through our lovely Howard, our floor manager, got me the Pebeo cleaning soap, so I can clean my hands.
Good.
So you screw that on as tight as it will go. What that does is then pierces into the barrel, and then that pen is ready to go. Now, if I just turn that round so we can see. I can't find it on there. Where is that? Perhaps it's me not looking. There's normally a little window, but I can't.
Oh yeah, you can normally see through a window for the.
There it is. It's because of the light shining on it. So this little window here, if I just give that a squeeze, you'll start to. Oh, it's actually coming down the pen before it's even done that. So that's very quick. But that start, you can see. Can you see that starting to fill up there? On there.
That shot there says it all. Look at the glitz.
And look at that sparkling. You can see that sparkling already. So if I just lay some colour down there, that is just amazing.
That is like
beautiful. It's have you, Matt? I'm not going to say anything else. So that's just the pen on its own, and you can see that intense sparkle. Now, the more that dries, the more that will sparkle. Now, what I can next do is use my pens, because they're water-based. I can then take a water brush and actually use the water brush to actually make that into a watercolour, which is beautiful. So you can use these really as much as you want, or a little as you want, from using it like that. The other thing we can do, Matt, is use exactly the same method, just by laying down some. But if you want to keep that intense sparkle and not water it down, we can then use our sparkle pen.
Clever.
So what the sparkle pen will do is still keep that intense sparkle, but it will drag the water out as if you're using a water brush.
But you're not saying that this middle one isn't sparkling.
No, not at all. So I'll dry these, but your pen, so your actual pen here, you can see I've got some blue paint on it. That won't contaminate the clear ink. All you need to do then is just wipe it away, and it will wipe clear again, and it will come off. So that is perfect.
Love the sparkle pen.
So we'll just quickly give that a blast, and you'll be able to see that as that's drying, that will give an even more intense sparkle.
Because at the moment, I've learned from you, Debbie, and also Fiona, when she showed these in, Lizzie, when it's wet, the light's reflecting against the water as well as the glitter, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see, if I move that, you can see we're really starting to get that sparkle there.
Look at that. But that's the one that you drew out with the water, so
Yeah,
it's still
so
really
you're
sparkly.
still getting so much sparkle in there, and you can see that real intense sparkle with the water, the sparkle, clear sparkle. But how amazing is that? The other thing we can do, Matt, which is just
no
really
fancy
incredible.
things on the cameras either, you know, these are just regular cameras, nothing fancy.
Yeah,
pants
no,
on
nothing
there.
fancy at all.
Yeah.
So the other thing the pens do is they blend beautifully together. So if I use two of the colours here, now can you see that colour there is starting to blend to make that purple in the middle. And then if I want some more blue, I can then just add some more blue, and we'll get that purple coming out and then take it into the blue.
Every time I get reminded why I love the sparkle pens.
Yeah, they are so lovely. And again, you can then just go over and use your water brush and start to blend them together. You're just going to get just beautiful effects.
You're using a Royal and Langdale brush.
Yes,
there,
I was literally just going to
sorry.
mention. No. These are amazing brushes. So these are brushes that that Sheena endorses. It's the one she used. Absolutely loves them. They're perfect. You know what I love about them, Matt? I've not had one hair shed from these brushes. They are so perfect. You know when you get brushes and you have to pick a hair off of your work.
Yeah.
I've honestly never had to do that because
they stay
so perfect.
straight as a die as well,
They
don't
really
they?
straight.
Yeah,
So always don't leave your brushes in water. I think most people know that because that can, you know, damage them. And always just then dry them off. But they just, they go back pristine every time.
Anybody that's done any craft painting or anything like that, or painting at home, DIY, knows that when you get a rogue bristle or something, it's so annoying. But you've got such precision here with these. I know these are brand new, but you can look at the ones that Debbie, you're using, and you know they are looking just as fresh as the day you unwrapped them.
So mine are a bit more stained, but look at that. Yeah, all the brushes are just perfect.
Just in terms of the bristles.
And these have been used a lot of times. So they are artist quality brushes.
That is artist quality for you.
They are amazing.
Literally. And the price is just phenomenal here.
Yeah, the price is incredible, isn't it?
She's done very well for us.
I'm really shocked at the price of these always because they are such good quality brushes and you're just going to get so much out of them. So one quick thing I'm just going to do, because this is watercoloured, we can faux bleach. So I'm literally just going to dip my fingers in water and flick onto there. Now what will happen, as you can see, that's started to already react. But look at those backgrounds you could be creating. Now that's without me taking a piece of tissue and then blotting that off. If we blot that off, we'll get more of the whiteness come through and create these just stunning backgrounds. So much you can do with watercolour products and have sparkle to go with it is just exceptional.
Yeah, the sparkle is portable, the pigments are portable here as well, because of course it's all in such a handy pen format. And then you're using, is that watercolour card?
So I've got watercolour card. What I would recommend is watercolour card, is because it's just the absolute perfect thing for watercolour products. But I'd also recommend Sheena's stamping card. That's got a good tooth on it, it's smooth card, and it lays down beautifully on there.
So even though it's a smooth card, like you say, it's still got the tooth to take the ink and everything.
Absolutely.
Details are on the left-hand side of the screen for your watercolour card there, and that'll take a load of sort of wetness and lots of sort of mixtures and everything and wet brushes. And it's 300 GSM, so it's got a good weight to it. You get 60 sheets for $15.96. That's good. 552-288. And then to get hold of the stamping card, because it just depends on what sort of job you want. When you're stamping onto watercolour card or stamping card will give you that nice sharp image every single time. So bottom of the screen for your stamping card, and that's 60 sheets for $9.99 plus delivery as well. Different card for a different job, hey?
Yeah, totally. Yes.
A reminder of the brushes as well, just while we're with Debbie here. You've got your lovely brushes from Royal and Langdale. You've got the lovely flat brushes for doing your sort of washes. Those are the wash brushes. You're getting 2 of those flat brushes, or 3, sorry, rather. And then you've got your detail brushes there as well. Your 2 numbers 3 and 6, and then your shader brush as well. 591498 is your item number there to get the brushes. The one-day special is absolutely fantastic. We're loving it with what you can do here. If you know you want to get your pen straight away, before we zip back to Debbie while she's getting ready for full-on demonstration times, is you've got 1 option or 2 option down below. So the first option on the top row is your vintage hues. So 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of your vintage hues, giving you 12 pens. You've then got a 3rd pack here with your sparkle metallics. That's the gold, the black onyx, or Blonyx for short, and silver there. So you've got all of those colours in there, plus the metallics. Love them, love them, love them. You do too, and a phenomenal number have already gone after last night's launch. We're approaching 60% now. My goodness me, it has been busy this morning as well. And then down below, that's the vintage option. Down below, you've got your seasons, which is the spring, summer, autumn and winter. And on that row, you'll get your clear overlays. The clear overlay pens are the ones here on the far side there. And you get 3. They're exactly the same, all with your clear sparkle. Basically, they're like a wet brush, but a wet sparkly brush, because they're all water-based. And now we're looking at 45% of the stock gone on that bottom bundle there with the seasons, very bright colours, as well as your autumnals and winter strongs. So yeah, £32.48 is the saving, which means you're getting these for half price. Whichever option you're going for, it is half price. And like we say a lot, you know, there's usually some sort of generous offer on different Crafters Companion items, but half price on the sparkle pens, this is a big one for the big save, so definitely time to get yours. What if you can't decide? Well, you're in a good place, because you don't have to decide. You could get both sets, still for half price, because your first flexi-buy payment is £38.96. You could get both sets. You're still benefiting from half the price. However, for a further £12.96, you've got yourself 6 extra pens. You've got the Glitz and Glamour set with a gorgeous sort of deep amethysty purple, lovely, lovely blue, and then a hot pink there. Hot pink, oh yeah. And then you've got your perfect pastels there too. Beautiful, beautiful shades and tones in both of those packs. So the big bundle here, saving £13 on top of your half price, gets you both options of the one-day special, still at half price, plus these extra 6 pens, with a £13 saving on top. And we've got flexi-buy on it as well if you want to spread the cost. It's £38.96 today, £38.96 in February. I can't believe I'm saying that already, but you're getting everything. Let me show you just a few quick cards as well, because first of all, I want to grab a wooden tag. Because I think it's really important to know that if you wanted to cover your tag with card, which this hasn't been, but if you want to just stamp onto them, you can do. But if you want to cover it with card and then stamp and go over with the pens, you also do have that option. Looking on this card here, you've got the watercolour card, but we're also looking at like a sort of resist. I think that must be maybe a white embossing powder, maybe with that Flutterby. And then the backdrop is that bleaching technique there, with just pulling away the water. That's what Debbie just very quickly showed us there. So you can get blends with your pens, but you can also get these different tonal varieties with using the water just to blot it out a little bit. The Starry Night Sky created here using that lovely, lovely toadstool house. I wish I lived in a toadstool house sometimes. Life would be a lot simpler, wouldn't it be? But well, it was a bit cramped, bit of a squash and a squeeze, but still it would be special. And then you've got your lovely fairy door as well. All of these stamps are so marvellous. They're from the stamp set that's on the show. We'll show them to you next. But right now, the sparkle pens just bring them to life, don't they? You've just got some stunners here. And have a look at this big scene as well here in that card. You've just got the detail of the toadstool house pulled out. And now on the complete collection, it's a bit of a scary one already after last night's launch and the 8 o'clock show. Already half the stock gone on the big bundle. That's both one-day special options and your extra 6 pens that you get on the big bundle there. There they all are. I like how they're off to a jaunty angle on that photo. It's 443920 is your item number to get the big bundle. It's only £38.96 today, thanks to the Freedom Price, thanks to the Flexi-Buy on it. And of course, slip of the tongue there, I say Freedom Price, but today it's an introductory price with £13 off, but that's on top of a half-price offer, thanks to the one-day special. It's all good. All money off, we like it. 443920. And then the stamps, Debbie. I mean, we've seen the sparkle pens working so well in different ways, but it almost seems like these stamps were made.
You know what? I think you're right, Matt. These were, I'm sure, Donna, when she designed these, had the sparkle pens in mind.
She does love the sparkle pens.
She does love the sparkle pens, yeah. But these are just incredible. These are amazing stamps because there's lots of lovely designs on here that will fit with lots of different things. You're definitely right about that mushroom house, Matt. I'm with you. I'd love to live in a mushroom house.
Thank you. So I'm not silly then.
You're not silly, no. I think we all like to live in our own little bubbles, don't we, sometimes? Ours would be our mushroom bubble.
Yeah, I think we may have to speak to a specialised lender if we wanted to get a mortgage on it.
I think so, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we could just walk into a
And it might go a bit rotten after a while.
Maybe, but it's all to do with how you...
But you know what? Stamp it, and then you've got it for life.
There it is, you see. You can live, to use a big word for this morning, vicariously through your stamps.
It's a very big word this morning,
I know.
Matt.
I heard it on the radio. It's a lot of different imagery you've got. Should we talk through and have a little look then, Debbie?
Yeah, because there really is. So straight away we've got that mushroom house.
Yeah,
now this is a great stamp to use the sparkles with, because if you're new to anything, it's good to have a practice. Now that's a great house to be able to practice on. That's got that really wide space on the roof. So, and look at the size of that. So that stamp, the picture is a lot smaller than what the stamp is.
Yes.
So it's a really beautiful image. It's got that really large background that you can colour in. You can practice your backgrounds around it. Use your Pebeo drawing gum on the stamps. There's lots of lovely sentiments on them as well. Yeah, absolutely. And all your silhouette. Now this is what I really love about it, Matt, is the silhouettes. Use your white embossing powder, and then you'll be able to have that resist technique when you're doing all your backgrounds, because you've got those silhouettes in them. Yeah, really stunning.
Okay, so that's a lovely set there. We don't even have to choose. We're getting all of these stamp sets as well. And next up, those florals are lovely, aren't they? They're beautiful.
Yeah, really lovely. Yeah, you've got those poppy pods. You've got all those sort of the sunflowers there. They're just, I mean, they're so lovely. We've all loved them on the team.
You've got the windows in there
as
well.
They're fabulous stamps. And there's so many techniques. You can use them to stamp your pens
just drop this in.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. They're just gorgeous. I absolutely love those.
And you can extend them if you want to. You can stamp them shorter for the stems, like you say. And then you've got that little bottle of fairy dust as well, just a detail just underneath the stems. And those drop flowers, the beautiful dragonflies. It's all about nature, isn't it?
And so much. It's very magical. It's got those little butterflies. It's got the fairies. It's got that door. I mean, the tree door.
This door here, just up above.
That's been an extremely popular stamp, because you might have your embossing folders that you've got. We've had the wood grain embossing folders, and then use your door and cut it out. You can make it open. There's so many things you can do with that. Just go and look at that fairy flying past there. Just gorgeous.
And there's a fairy on the other set actually. If I move this around, I just want to show you the size of the door compared to the packaging. But look at the fairy on the other set, that little spider's web as well.
Gorgeous.
And the florals, that you've got this little floral sprig there, but also there, like little sort of bunting, like the drop.
It's building up a scene, isn't it, Matt? And all of these do that. So because you're not choosing, you're getting them all of them are going to mix and match. They're all going to work well together. They're going to be fabulous with your sparkle pens.
Oh, Debbie, look, that fairy you mentioned next to the fairy door. Look, you can see it stamped there, so you can see how much bigger it is.
Amazing,
but what a nice image on that card.
So amazing.
Isn't that nice? Let's have a look at some examples then, Debbie, here. I know that we've got a very difficult choice half the time to try and choose which ones we've got time to show. But look at this tag with that famous fairy again on it.
It's pretty, isn't it? I mean, it is really pretty. You can have these really pretty and magical, or you can make them really dark and more grungy, and whatever your design is, there is a fairy for somebody, isn't there?
There's the kneeling fairy as well, so she's just in flight there, but look at the kneeling fairy.
How pretty is that card?
Blowing a kiss or fairy dust.
And this is what I was saying earlier, Matt, about if you are someone that likes messy crafting and likes lots of things on your cards, you can go for it. If you like that simple crafting and you just want that little embellishment on there, that is a stunning card.
Isn't it lovely? And then look, the sparkle pens are just bringing this to life. So the fairy stamps, the fairy collection, almost made to go with your sparkle pens.
Isn't it?
So you've got the florals here in the foreground, sort of going sort of more dark and moody and metallic and mysterious.
How stunning is that? And that again is all the background that you see there is created with the sparkle pens. It really is. They are just so simple to use. You can be creating all of these types of cards.
And then look at the toadstool house there as well. Oh, isn't that fab?
Yeah,
but look
really
at how
lovely.
different that looks. I'm going to be really naughty and not just show you one more, because I've got my favourite sample, because I remember when these stamps launched, because they're really new, so they're only a few weeks since their first launch.
Yes, they are,
Look at that.
I know.
Now that is using...
It's amazing.
I think when I first saw this machine, I think she told me that literally like one pen she thought had been used here by Pamela when she made it, like literally one or two pens. It's just unbelievable. On the stamps, it's about 57 pence an element on your stamps, because you're getting 44 elements, 44 stamps. Oh, no, they've gone. They've gone.
That was me.
Was it?
Hands up, it was me.
Debbie, it's okay.
As I put my hand down, the card pushed in front.
Yeah.
And it just...
I left those there, though. I left those there. Look, here we go. Let's all join in. Right. So, 546 773. So, Debbie, I've just... look. Oh, no!
So much
Do you feel better now?
I feel much better.
There you go. See, that's only the gentlemanly thing to do. I will tidy it up, though. When we're on a close-up, I'll come back, I promise. For my Giovanni, don't you do it, I'll do it. OK, 546 773 is your item number to order. It's a big, big offer on the stamps. Oh, gosh, I've been naughty there, haven't I? Go for them. They're really, really good value at the moment at £24.94, and you get all those images. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com. Quick tidy up. And you've got the sparkle pens there. They come in packs of 3 for your clear overlays. But you've also got your metallics. But the big, big value is in the one-day special today. However, if you want your clear overlays to add on to your one-day special, we do have those singly and on their own. It's highly recommended to add them to your order. They're £12.99 plus delivery for a pack of 3. We've got a lot of 5-star reviews on those. Wow. Just have a little read here. We love the sparkle pens, but look at this. Real reviews coming back. I love the sparkle pens. Perfect for any occasion. Love these pens. So juicy. And then what can I say? Another brilliant item from Crafter's Companion says another review there. Right, I'm going to stop trying to tidy up because I'm making it worse. Love this product. Always receive very quickly, says somebody else. I've been putting a sparkle on every card I make. My great-granddaughters of 2 and 5 years love them. That's such a sweet response. That's from November. Love these pens. Easy to use and adds a bit of bling accurately just where you want it. That's important because they do backgrounds, but they do detail very well as well. And then do exactly what they say. Look at all these reviews. Oh, thank you for taking the trouble and time to leave these reviews. Very sweet indeed. Yes, the pack of 3 clear overlays that we've got here for you. We say definitely add one of these onto your order, don't we?
My goodness, these are invaluable to anything that you're doing because straight away, if you're an alcohol marker colourist, you can colour these over the top.
Yeah.
So make all your alcohol colours into sparkle pens or just add accents. You might have background papers. You can use these on your background papers just to highlight. You might have a floral background. Just highlight some of the florals on there. You may have just some prima flowers, paper flowers, any die cuts. You can use these over the top if they're already coloured. So any coloured card, they're amazing.
And because they're loaded with so much glitter as well, you just get such an easy shimmer with them. So
totally.
Multiple different surfaces.
And also, some people they don't really like to use water if they're not used to using a water brush, because the thing with a water brush, you can't control how much water is on there. So with the sparkle pens, use them to start with to move your colours about, and then till you get used to a brush.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Right, what we're going to do, Matt, is we're going to do some colouring onto one of the stamps, and we're also going to do a background for them as well. So I've got 3 colours here that all complement each other. So I've got an amethyst, a inspired violet, and a cosmos.
Ooh.
So we're going to start off first of all with our darkest colour, and I'm just going to lay it across the top here. So, beautiful colour. You get just the most vivid sort of colours here with just amazing hues in them. So I'm just then laying my...
Are you giggling away there, Debbie, at the email from Sandy?
I am. Lovely, Sandy.
Sandy says, morning all, loving the show, so that's it's lovely. And just for you, Matt, this is from Sandy. Who lives in a mushroom house? A fungi. There it is. It's a good one.
Very good.
It's a good one. Thanks,
and then
Sandy.
all I'm going to do with this, that's brilliant, Sandy. It's nice early morning to have a bit of
a play on words,
a bit of some fun. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to blend all these colours. Use a bit more water on that bit there, just to blend these colours in. So 3 different colours, but look at the blend that we're getting there. And then all I'm going to do is just use my
you might want to block
I
that
just spotted that. A bit heavy-handed there, wasn't I, Matt?
Yeah.
So we're
Put
just
your
going
brush
to
in and it sort of overflowed a bit. So this is still on watercolour card, as you say?
Yeah, watercolour card. Don't worry about it bending. And in fact, a nice little tip for watercolour card, if it does go out of shape, pop it through your Xyron, because your Xyron will just then make the whole back sticky and you'll be able to stick that down.
Okay.
But look at that, it's minute that. You can see all that sparkle is starting to come out in there. Amazing.
It's lovely.
So just give that a little blast in the back there just to make sure that's all dry. Now, when you've got things like this on here, I don't want to waste that. Now, what I would do is just add a spritz of water. So just add a little spritz. And now I always keep little things like off bits of card that I cut into tags and things. Just then lay them into your paint, because then what you'll be able to do is create all these different backgrounds. And if you then want to add a bit more water, you just spritz a bit more.
Very pretty.
And just then add that water in them. And then you'll start creating these beautiful backgrounds. So never waste any of your ink there, because it really does. They go a long way, and then once they're dry, you can stamp onto those as well. Right, so I'm just going to clear that up. But if you've got bigger bits of card, use them so you're not wasting any of that ink. Right, so we've got our bit of card here with our sparkle.
Look at that shimmer.
Yeah.
That lovely shimmer from the glitter.
Isn't it beautiful?
I don't know how, when Leanne
amazing.
formulated these with people that she created them with, I don't know how she managed. I still don't know how she managed to get so much glitter in there and get the balance with all of the pigments to get your inks in there too.
So what I would do is make sure you don't need to do it every time. When you first get your pens, and actually we didn't mention it at the beginning, but give them a good shake. They've got like some ball bearings in there. Now every time you shake them, when you first get them, give them a really good shake for a couple of minutes, but then every time you use them again, you just need a little shake. Once you've given it a little shake, it's activated again, all that glitter is moved in, and then you'll get that uniqueness. So just creating this beautiful background. So just using, I mean, how stunning is that? It's just amazing that we can create those backgrounds just using a bit of water to soak that up. Right, I'm going to put that to one side, and I've got a little image here which I'm getting all dirty with my splattering of paint.
This is from the stamp set.
So this is from the stamp set, and all I'm going to do is use the same colours, but I'm going to use my clear sparkle pen. So this is where we can be really precise. So to start with, I'm just going to add that, and then I'm going to use one that's not so dark, just to pull that down. So you can see that's how that's blending together. And then I'm just going to use my clear.
As you can see, well worth getting those clear overlay pens. Look at the price on them.
Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, £9.99 plus delivery to get the clear overlay pens on their own. They do come with the seasons option on your one-day special, though, but you can always do with more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially
they really are amazing.
When they're down in price by £3 as well. That's not always the case, is it, Debbie?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Did you say they were £9.99? Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, it's always the time to get them, isn't it, when they when we get such amazing prices on them. And I think that's the nice thing with New Year, isn't it? I think we've come, as Brits, we've come to expect, haven't we, New Year sales.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. And pre-Christmas sales and all sorts. I don't know, we're getting spoiled these days.
Yeah, we are, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I've got loads of ink on there, so what I'm going to do is actually pick that up with there and just move it across. Rather than get my other pens, I know that I can get so much more out of there and just move that across, so we're not wasting any of that pen. And we will still get all that intenseness. And then if you want to just add that darker colour, let's just pick that purple. I can just add some in, and that will all start to blend just beautifully. Now what I've done is just embossed with the clear, I'm just going to find a green just so we can do our stems.
Oh, yeah.
But I've embossed just with a clear white embossing powder.
Okay.
And just getting that there. Now while I've got this out, I also want to show you how we can stamp as well. So that's just a beautiful image that we can then use on top of our background there, which looks amazing. But what I'm also going to do is just bring in a piece of card, and I'm just going to grab my stamp. Oh, we've got this one that's ready actually on a block, so slightly different, but if you've gone for the stamp set, you'll get all of these stamps in there. And then I'm just going to use these to stamp with. So we can apply our pens directly.
I love this technique.
Oh,
yeah.
it's just amazing, isn't it, Matt?
And you do this with your Spectrum Aquas as well, and you sort of mix and match because they're water-based, so you can play with those and these at the same time, can't you?
Yeah, totally. And they just look really cool. It's just such a nice thing to do, something different. So if you really like that watercolour look, let's give a darker purple on the inside there. And you can use different colours because they're wet enough not to dry so quickly. And then we can literally just stamp them over and get those beautiful stamps there with that. Yeah. Now, if I was to just spritz that just one time, we will get another stamp out of there. And then if I spritz it again...
Look at how strong these inks are.
Yeah, this is just one stamping on there.
But each time you're spritzing it, you're diluting it. But
yeah, and we're watering it down, but we're just getting that really uniqueness that just looks very cool.
I mean, yeah, the image is getting lighter.
You've almost got like a watercolour painting then, yeah. And you can do that over the top of your backgrounds as well, but we could then use that over the top there, and we've got that beautiful background. So many different things you can do with them. Stamp with them, colour them in, create your background. So yeah, just absolutely have fun with these pens because that's what they'll do. They'll make your creativity just flow.
Yeah, because you can do so much with them. We are so lucky these days to have all these really cool things to play with.
I was thinking exactly that the other day, Matt, how lucky we are. We do have an awful lot now in the craft industry, and yeah, we do have a lot of fun.
It's not always half price though.
No, it's definitely not always half price.
But today they are. Thank you so much, Debbie. On the Sparkle pens today, they are half price, and you're getting your one-day special. On your one-day special today, it's big. It's an either-or, and you've got the choice of the big bundle as well. Here's the big bundle. Now, with either or, you're going for either the seasons or the vintage hues. On those, you're getting the clear overlays or you're getting the metallics. So the metallics come with your vintage hues, and then your seasons come with the clear overlays. If you're getting both options on the one-day special, you can do that as well, because they'll still be half price for you, but you'll get an extra 6 pens on what we're calling the big bundle, and that's for a further £12.96 on top, but you're getting so much more. £77.92 all in gets you both one-day special options plus these at 6 pence. It's a popular option, and we've got the figures to back that up. It's 60% gone already on that big bundle. But let me show you some examples to show you what you can do, because that's where it's at for me. Totally where it's at for me. It's all the fun and the creativity is here, knowing that you've got it in the palm of your hand thanks to the one-day special offer and the big bundle offer. But this is what you can do. Look at that sea, and then you've got the wonderful fairy door as well. These are using the stamps that are on today's show. Going on to wood, MDF or mount board, you can do that as well and just see what happens. Usually the grey or the white side of mount board, just to see how it works, see how it goes down. Going over the top of decoupage paper or any other paper pads for that matter with the clear overlays, or using your sparkle pens to create first of all a backdrop here, an embossed or textured backdrop, but then working with your toppers, but also for picking out the detail both in florals. Look at the fairy dust as well, and then that toadstool house in the foreground. And then the fairy collection stamps are including this lovely silhouette fairy. Also you get these little branches that are dropping down as well, and then that fairy door and the flowers. So that's all imagery from the fairy collection stamps. Oh, I love this next card as well. Look at this. Where's this one been hiding, Leanne? This is Leanne's work, where she's used that lovely garland of flowers at the top. That's in the stamp set, very, very sparkly. But you've also got the branches in the foreground as well, create that little aperture. But look at what she's done. She's sort of carried it on here, but using like a faux bleaching effect. But she's created a sort of brickwork around the door. That's thanks to the sparkle pens, that is, because they're water-based and you can wet them again and pull away the colour. So all she's probably done here is she's gone in with her Royal and Langnickel. She's probably gone in with one of the round ones, but let's use the flat edge. She's probably done that with a wet brush, gone across and across, down and across and across and down, and then she's probably got a kitchen roll and gone boom like that and taken it out. That's thanks to the sparkle pens, because you can do that. They're water-based. Oh, Did I mention this is one of my favourites? Oh, how has this worked its way back in again? But I just love it because it hammers home what you can do with the sparkle pens. A, they're really sparkly. You can stamp over them, you can stamp with them, you can stamp under and then go over with your sparkle pens. Or you can create a whole scene using, we think it's one pen, potentially here. Would you agree with me on that? It's like the teacup colour, potentially, has been used there. But because you can dilute it and pull the colour out if you want to, that's why you get shade and tone just by adding water with your sparkle pens. So yeah, that's how it's probably done with one colour. They're so lovely, the sparkle pens, and it's such a good chance to get hold of them. They're usually available here on the show in different bundles or special offers somewhere along the line, because you know we're always as generous as we can be, and so are Crafters Companion. But half price, this is a good time to get them. A very, very good time to get your sparkle pens. And when I say half price, look at the main group in the middle there of that photo. So ignore the 2 packets of pens, one each side. The main group in the middle, all of that bundle there is half price. So here's how it works out as half price. On the one-day special, you've got either or. Now, we're looking here at the vintage hues with the metallics. That's 15 pens for half price. Normally £64.95, but today £32.48. Your second option, £32.47, sorry. Your second option is the seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, with the clear overlay pens. Still 15 brush pens, but also half price. That's an either or. Those are the 2 options for the one-day special. However, going back to the big bundle, which is very busy today, for a further £12.96, you can get both one-day special options, and you're saving £13 with your 2 payments of £38.96, spreading the cost over 2 months. That's January and February. So there, with the big bundle, you're paying for 2 one-day specials, but you're also getting, because you're paying just that little bit more, that £12.96 more, but you're getting 6 extra pens as well for that. It's a very, very good offer today. 443920 for your big bundle. Or if you just want an introduction to the sparkle pens, you've got your one-day special as well. So yeah, Debbie, you've still got that toadstool house.
Yes, but I've done something a bit different. So this isn't your usual thing that you'd think to paint onto. Now this is vellum. So, or parchment. So, and in fact, this is parchment. I can feel it. It's a lot thicker parchment. Okay. And parchment actually takes the colours much better, actually, because it's thicker. Now, all you've got to be careful of.
Better than vellum, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vellum works just as well, but the thing is, with anything like this, it can absorb too much moisture. Right. So don't get it too wet. Okay. So what I would definitely suggest is use your sparkle pens and use your clear overlay rather than water. But you can use water, but just be careful and blot it off. Now, it takes them beautifully, but they really do, because they lay on the top a little while longer, Matt, because they're not soaking in as such. Yeah. So what I would suggest is doing a little, because a little will go a long way. Now, that's my clear brush. I'm just going to pick up the paint. Now look how far this is going to go. Now I actually don't think to colour this whole toadstool I'd probably need any more, because I think that small piece that I've laid down will actually create that shading that I'm looking for. So if I just take that, now where we go, look, keep going and going. Now if I want to grab some more of that, let's put some more at the bottom here so it's a bit darker. And then we can get really that sort of
good value, these.
They're amazing value, yeah, absolutely. Grab them while they're this price. I'm not sure when we'll have them at a half price offer again.
Good sort of proof of that is when were they last at a half price offer? I can't remember if they ever have been.
Yeah,
or
well,
when
we
they
did
were.
actually before Christmas, but
really?
not on the 3-packs. We had them on the 12-pack boxes.
Yeah.
So, and we did do a lovely Christmas deal with those before Christmas.
Oh, that's lovely
amazing.
to know that a lot of people must have got them for Christmas as well. Then that's good.
Yeah, totally. Totally. But look how incredible that is looking. Now you can see, now because we're wetting it, you probably can't see on there, but it's starting to slightly bow, just because it is that parchment. So we won't overwork that, so we've put enough on there for now, but if you wanted to then go back in with extra shading, you can. But what I'm going to do is just do one more. So we will just put some ink just at the bottom, because that is plenty for what I need it for. So don't over ink when you're using parchment. But it's great to know, especially if you all love your groovy boards and everything out there, because you imagine colour in all that beautiful pattern that you've got in there. So they'd be ideal for people that love parchment.
Yeah, so this is directly onto parchment. So if you've done that, rather than stamping it, if you've parched it with your parching tools, then again...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now this is a really dark brown, so all I'm going to do is just put a little touch, because that will go a long, long way. So I'm then going to switch to my biscuit colour here. And they've got fabulous names.
They're good names, aren't they? Yeah, yeah. Biscuit comes in the same set as macaroon and teacup.
Just to blend that in there. But it gives us that incredible shading, just by using that slightly around the edges.
And all the time, great colouring, but all the time water-based and extremely sparkly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They are just amazing pens. And you'll just have so much fun with them, because you can play with them and do just lots of things. Online, there is so much there that you can do that teach you how to do so many techniques. Sheena has her own page on YouTube, which is just amazing, because you'll be able to get so many hints and tips of how you can use anything that's watercoloured, which is amazing. Right, so what I'm going to now do is slightly different. I'm going to use I think I've got my aquamarine. I'm going to actually scribble down onto my glass mat. So what I want to do now is, because I want quite a faint sky, so I'm just going to wipe my colour off, because I've got a nice red on my clear, and just go into there. Now what that's going to do is wash that down a bit, and then I can sort of go in and just do this sky around and keep it really subtle. So it just gives that beautiful effect.
Got a bit more control over the subtlety then, by pulling it away from the mat.
Yeah, where if you put that in straight away, you wouldn't get that subtleness. And also, I didn't want a strong colour, because I didn't want it then bleeding into the colours that I've already done.
Yeah.
But it's just another really nice way of doing a background, but using it very subtly. And if you want more blue, just then add more blue. But it looks just stunning when you've got it on that picture there. And then as that dries, that you can see, look at that sparkle and that shine that you're getting from there. It really is beautiful. Now I'll bring in a card that I've already finished and we've framed. But you can see there, if I turn it round to the camera, and then we might be able to then pick up that sparkle. But it really is, you just get this really sort of just really subtle effect. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. But isn't that different, Matt, to be able to stamp and colour onto parchment, but using a watercolour product and looks fabulous. And look at that just beautiful sky behind, it just really picks that up. Just fabulous. So try lots of different things and just have fun. So while we're just using the pens, I'm just going to bring in a couple of bits here. I've just got like I've got a piece of ribbon and a flower. Now
so
I could just
wood and Jeff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I could just use. I've got my just clean my pen off. I could just add my sparkle pen to the flower. So what that will create is a beautiful then sparkle. Can you see that? Look at that. Amazing. Nice. So you can create that. But you could also use your colour pen. So if you wanted to change the colour and add just some more depth in there, you can create that as well.
But still giving you that sparkle. We've had a question from Becky as well, Debbie. Very good morning to you, Becky. Thank you so much for contacting us. Becky says, good morning all, loving this show. Can you use the clear sparkle pens over alcohol pens?
Yes, do it, Becky, because it's the best thing. That's how I started with my pens. I'd actually never use watercolours because I'd always just use the alcohol pens.
That's interesting,
and
so you went from alcohol then to
absolutely. And I just loved them because the sparkle went over everything that I coloured that was alcohol.
Yeah, because once it's gone down to alcohol, it's dry, the alcohol's gone. That's it. It's there. So you're not going to disturb it with the water-based sparkle pen at all. So yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for that question. So many other people are going to be asking that as well. And we try and say things and repeat things and get it all in there. So thank you for reminding us to make a big point of that.
Yeah,
and of course, being water-based, you can definitely mix them and mix your colours with your distress inks and your Spectrum Aquas as well.
Oh, totally, yes. And use them. I know Sheena's a big fan. She uses the glycerin technique. You can use that. You can turn all your pens then into ink pads.
Look at this
but look at this sparkle. It's gone right through to both sides. But look how amazing that is.
That's it, I want those in my trainers now. I do. That'd be brilliant.
Isn't it beautiful? So even ribbon. Now, the nicest thing is with ribbon, we use all alcohol pens we can colour them with, but sometimes that stiffens the ribbon up. The sparkle pens, it doesn't. It keeps it soft, which is really lovely.
It's lovely. And the type of glitter as well it is, speaking of soft, it's that soft non-shed. It's not sort of scratchy and you don't lose it.
Absolutely.
It's embedded in,
yes, and it's absolutely ultra fine, so it will keep for a long time. Now, that's not to say you might not get a bit of glitter on you, but it doesn't shed. But it's like, so if you rub it, you probably then get a little tiny bit of glitter, but it's in the pen, so you're not going to lose any of that intense sparkle from the images, which is amazing.
Yeah, talking of the images, I mean, this is just some of the cards that we've got here on today's programme, some of the examples, the seed pods there, the poppy seed pods. These are all from the Fairy collection stamps that we've been working with. I love the versatility of the sparkle pens, Debbie. I love the fact that you can do so much with them. You've got all these tricks and techniques as well that you can do with them. Picking up the inks now with a bit of spritz. Look, all that ink, you're not going to waste that, are you?
I'm not going to waste that, Matt. That would be awful to waste all of that. So we're going to just pick that all up, just spritz it down, and just create all your backgrounds, which is just amazing.
Yeah. And that sparkly, don't forget.
And that will sparkle. So once that starts to dry, we're going to get that amazing sparkle. Use your stamps to stamp on top of that, and that's your waste of what you've been using. So that's, the pens are just incredible.
So straight onto those paper flowers, straight onto any of your die cuts as well. All of these are including the stamps too. These samples that we're showing you all have been using the lovely stamps, and the stamps are the Fairy collection from Donna. Now, Donna's work, you will have seen it in the different cards that we've shown you on Sheena's programmes. Donna Ratcliffe, the head of the design team for Sheena Douglas. And this is Donna's artwork now, giving you the Fairy door on the top left. You've got the seed pods with the Fairy windows in them, and then that toadstool house on the top row. And then in the foreground, you've got the lovely florals, the leaves, and those two silhouette fairies. They are so pretty and beautiful. The kneeling fairy, and then the fairy in flight as well, don't forget. You've got all of these stamps there included for £29.94 usually, but today £5 off, making them £24.94. It's 546 773. It's a good day to get those because they go really well with these sparkle pens. And the sparkle pens themselves, we've got two choices for you on the one-day special, and the really good news is they are half price, whether you're going for the vintage hues and the metallics on the top row, or the seasons plus the clear overlays on the bottom row. However, last night it was very busy on the vintage. A lot of people were getting the seasons option as well. However, this morning it seems like the majority seem to be going for the big bundle, which is both one-day special options. So your saving is half price, so you're getting both one-day special options there for the price that you'd normally pay for maybe one selection. However, you're getting in addition 2 packs of 3 pens, giving you your perfect pastels and your glitz and glamour pens as well. So those are included in the big bundle, from which 2/3 of the stock has already gone now after just our morning show, Debbie. We're so lucky. We've got an amazing product here. It's available at such a good offer as well. We're so lucky that we can do so much with it.
And that's the absolute point. These are so versatile because they are watercolour. These aren't just your normal pens that you just colour with. These are pens that you can be so creative with. You make yourself the artist. You will make yourself an experienced artist in no time at all, because they are so simple to use. And I'm not surprised, Matt, that everyone's going for the full bundle, because they are just exceptional, especially when you're getting the clears, you're getting the metallics, and all these ranges right through to the seasons and to the vintage colours. Now, the vintage have always been quite the popular ones, because you get those real muted tones, those dusky pinks, those just beautiful lovely colours that you get in your vintage range. Yeah, they are really amazing. But these pens are just going to bring colour into your life.
Now look at seasons there, Debbie.
Yeah, the seasons actually. Now that's a great set. I love that. We've got the green, the browns, and the greens in that one, which is great if you like all your autumnal colours, which are amazing. But then we've got those really spring colours where we've got the pastels as well. Mix the pastels with the brights because they work really well. So where we was using the clear overlay, use a lighter colour with a coordinating darker colour. So you might have a bright pink and use then your paler colours with them, which are just amazing.
So take that plus your berry red maybe and just
absolutely. Take that orange one. We've got that beautiful orange. You could take that with the lemon and mix them. They would just work so well together.
Yeah, let's have a look at the swatches as well here. These are the vintage colours first of all. So the top row on your vintage hues, and you've got things like your biscuit. These we said earlier how fun the names are.
Yeah, they are great names on these.
Biscuit, macaroon, and teacup. These are normally in packs of 3. So if you're in a store or a shop or something, you might pick up a pack of 3 here for $12.99. But they're as well.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Outside and peacock.
Such lovely colours. The hardest decision, Matt, is what colour do you use first?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, because it would be a tough decision to choose which pack, but being half price, what a lot of you are saying this morning are, do you know what, all right, then I'll go for both of those then, because they're half price. The both of them is, you get both, plus the extra 6 pens in your big bundle, and then you're saving also money on that, £13. And then the metallics set, these are lovely. They are also with your vintage hues, so if you've gone for the vintage hue set, you get the metallics as a set included there. But then this is the clear overlays that come with your seasons now. So the clear overlay on water colour card, craft card, straight onto brown craft card, gives a great sparkle, and then black card as well. And then here, the seasons, the actual seasons, we're going to go in no particular order because I've messed these up from earlier. Falling leaves in the autumn, summertime. That's a bright blue for the blue topaz, isn't it? And then the shades of spring for the delicate colours, and then those winter warmers. Very difficult to choose which, but luckily it's an easy choice, isn't it, Debbie?
It is easy, because you can have them all.
Yeah, you can have them all today, and it is exciting because it's half price on your one-day special, so saving $32.48, and you're only spending $32.47 if you're getting option here or option there. That's vintage or seasons. However, both sets together would be double that price, so $32.47 times 2, but then you've got that only a little bit extra on top to get hold of your 6 pens here, an extra $12.96, but to get 2 packs. Join Debbie at 1 for more. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Well, it's been lovely having you company. Stay tuned. Di is next with Tando Creative, and we've also got the Tonic Boho Ladies Hour in an hour's time, and then Happy Ideals later on. Don't forget, Debbie is back with you at 1 p.m. at lunchtime this afternoon, and Crafting Market is on now.
Hello, I'm Robert Adams from Papercrafts, and I've been designing products for crafters for over 15 years. I really enjoy making cards, and I hoped that I can bring you projects that will be inspirational to make. I'm really excited as the designer to bring you a product that I know will look fantastic but is simple and easy to make. And they also come with comprehensive instructions, so you're never going to get lost in the making process. As a designer and a crafter, I take pride in being in control of all of the processes and also using the best quality materials in everything that we make and design. I hope you can join me on Hochanda for future shows where I'll be launching our latest products.
Hello, I'm Kathy. And I'm Mel. And together we're Pink Ink Designs. We're a small independent company who produce hand-illustrated fabric patterns.
And we digitally print all our designs onto fabric for you to colour, embroider and decorate with three-dimensional elements.
We've been coming to Hochanda for almost a year. We absolutely love coming and working with the team over there, but even more, we love bringing our products to show you.
And we're looking forward to sharing our top tips with you, how to paint, embroider and make really bespoke patterns.
Hello, really good morning to you. Thank you for watching. Also, if we haven't had a chance to say it yet, Happy New Year as well, because it's only the 2nd of January, isn't it? So it's just coming up to 10 a.m, or it is 10 a.m. exactly, actually, otherwise we wouldn't be here. And it's Di Oliver. Nice to see you, Di.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you? Good?
Yeah. Just about made it into the new year as well.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Last time I saw you, Di, we struggled to keep certain things in stock, and I know it's another one. We are, I don't know, I think we're a big family of, that is me quietly saying shop ahead, don't miss out, because I think a lot of people have already been on the website and they've picked and chosen what they want. It's been very busy prior to the show.
Yes.
But I think we are all in the same boat here. We love our mixed media on Hochanda.
I think so, yeah. I think it's a big thing now, is mixed media, definitely. Yeah. And it's great fun, isn't it? That's the thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen. What do you love about mixed media, though, darling?
Because there's no rules, is there? You can do whatever you like, and it doesn't matter, even if it looks rubbish at the end of it.
Does it ever? Well, with professional items here on today's show with Tando Creative, it is a really good place to start. So have you got that resolution or promised yourself that you're thinking, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use this as the year that it's going to get messy. The paint lids are going to come off. So do shop ahead on the website. These are the different options that we've got coming up for you. The big collection, 125 piece, the 54 piece, the mini books. We love the mini book and the wallet set. You've got the deco art items on there too with your paints, pick and mix on the acrylics. There's loads happening there with your media paints as well, and lots going on there. Lots of people taking advice and shopping ahead. So let's get in there with our first bundle. Are there really 224 pieces here, Di?
Well, I think so. I did. I had to count them, and I think I got them all. But of course, it may not allow for the fact that there's some of the hearts. You've got a heart within a heart, so it may not allow. So there's potentially more than that, actually.
Okay, that's good. Under promise, over deliver. We like that. But it's a gorgeous imagery that we know we'll use. I mean, that scribbled heart is ace, and then you can't have too many of the cogs for the steampunky sort of examples.
The cogs are brilliant, and the good thing about them, because you pop them out, where you've got a lot of the little circles and things, you can layer them up to make them look like little screw heads and stuff like that. So all the elements in there are usable. So it's not just the cog itself, which is really good.
But use the circle that might be around it or something.
Exactly, definitely.
Yeah, love them. I mean, having seen some of the finished samples as well, we'll get into those later, but you can get so creative with all of this. Love that spiky cog as well, that big spiky bit. Look at those folksy hearts there too.
Yeah, see the hearts, we've done like the standard kind of smooth-edged hearts, but we've also done them a bit distressed, which is a little bit different, you know, just as another option to use. I think there's a sample on the card at the front there.
Oh yeah, go and grab that. I'll just grab it for you there, Di, to save you the bother. There you go.
See, that's one of the sort of misshapen, two little misshapen hearts used there.
I'm not sure I've seen that before, and I think that's a really good idea, that. The slightly distressed edge on the heart is good. It's good. It's really, and with the little butterfly on the top as well. Can't go wrong. Some really big, when we say there's 224 elements here, and you reckon there are potentially more, you know, when you count every single circle and little element and piece. But look at the giant butterflies in the front of here. Look at these.
They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah, so usable. Yeah, and everybody loves a butterfly.
Absolutely too true. But they're both different designs as well, so you've got the different designs.
Yeah, there's three different designs. There's another one there.
Oh, you got this, you got that one just there, that sort of more classic sort of smoothed edge, but then look at the wings on the side here, look at there, and then you've got the tail on the wings on the one I held up first of all as well. So big elements here. Brilliant for home decor.
Yes.
Like larger.
I'll be demoing one of the the butterflies in the show this afternoon.
OK, then do you know what time that is off by heart?
2 o'clock.
Yeah, OK,
Yeah.
good stuff. Give it time for lunch, right?
Yeah.
Plan your day, that's it. Put your sign out. So yeah, 760-646. We're obviously really busy, and I say obviously just from previous shows before with Di, we know that there's going to be a bit of a scramble to get these. A polite scramble though, because we know we're nice people, but there is a bit of a fight on at the moment. Approaching 20% already gone on the stock, and that's a lot in just 3 minutes. So 22.97 gets you so much here from the Tando Creative Group. Brilliant stuff. The mini books. Sorry, you might have noticed that I was a bit desperate to get them moving on because these are so lovely. I want to get my hands on these, Di. These are the busiest item on the show so far. Why? Why do you reckon?
I think they're just so cute.
Right.
And I think people love cute, and that they're so versatile as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this particular one with the flexible spine.
Yeah, this is how it works, yeah. So it'll look flat when it's posted to you like that, but don't be afraid to bend it, because that's how it's made.
Exactly, yeah. And it just means that you get a lovely rounded edge. You've got a mini book all in one go, all in one piece, which is really good. Yeah. And then you've got so many different options with it, with the different things that the girls have done on the design team.
Yeah, that's Jane's we just looked at. Oh, look, you can really go to town on the cover as well.
Yeah.
Like, look, you can add your textures and your embossed bits as well, your texture pastes. What do you think that is actually, Di, here? I suppose you never really know, do you, when you're looking at some of these?
No, I mean, it
could
be tissue paper that's really scrunched up, or it could be a texture paste.
Yeah. The brilliant thing is there's so many different ways of doing the same sort of technique that, it always keeps you and your customers guessing if you are selling these to people on a stall or something. Oh, this is a good one down here. So this is interesting because this is Jane's work, and all she's done is she's not inserted any pages or anything, but it's like an artist trading booklet, as it were.
Yes.
But then we've got the pages on this one. But check out the ring binding on here.
Yes, that's done with a little bind it all thing. So really clever. Karen did that for me, and it's fantastic. Very clever.
Love your work, Karen. Oh, so get your mini stencils out and start to add to your covers here, and then insert loads of pages actually down here. Look at this.
Yes, this is. I'm going to be demoing that this morning. Okay. So I'll show you how to make the pages and then how to put them in the mini book. Okay. So you'll have all the pages pre-decorated really, and then you can just add little bits in afterwards.
So then you have fun covering the book basically.
Yes.
Once you got that might be a good excuse to get rid of some of my background papers that I've got loads of. I've got a growing stack at home.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Oh well, it's the only thing that you can sort of do and you can get into if you've only got like 20 minutes spare.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing. They're starting to stack up now. So yeah, you've got your mini books here. Details on the screen to get your 10 mini books, and then the plastic wallets as well. Have you got one of those to show?
Yeah, the plastic wallets are
they're just
here.
down here. Sorry to get you off.
So that's what they come in. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all these come in individually. So one each in there. The mini books come in there as well, and also the substrates that we haven't seen yet. They come in one of those as well.
So nicely protected, and then you'll be able to reuse that afterwards as well.
Of course.
I'll keep that.
Yeah. Well, we've got storage for these that we'll see right at the other end.
So we'll get there, won't we?
We'll get there.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. So yeah, here we go with your mini books here. That's everything that you get in your mini book designs, and it's 629-354. You have to be really quick to get these because we are approaching half the stock already.
Oh, wow.
It's just too much for too good a price there. It's $9.99 for such a big pack. It's amazing stuff. And next up, as we move down, you've got loads more here as well. The hearts now. This is your assorted section of substrates here.
Yes.
What do we get?
Well, what we've got is a slightly larger MDF heart or shape, if you like, and then a corresponding greyboard one, which is slightly smaller, so you can layer it up like a plaque.
Okay.
Or you can use them separately.
Yeah, make them go further.
Yeah. So you've got 8 different doubled pieces, so potentially 16 pieces of art if you wanted to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then these, see, obviously you can see with the samples here, you can see how they've been layered up. And this one by Jane, I think, has done this one. And here you can see on there all the different elements with the cogs where she's layered up those little inner bits that I said to create the little...
You said about that, the nuts and bolts.
Which you just pop out the inner bits.
That's a brilliant example, isn't it? There,
Yeah.
the rusting technique on that.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
Look at it
It's very
go.
popular, the rusting technique, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, but it's what you can do with it. So when
Yeah.
you've got your substrate bit sort of backing, so rather than, I mean, we love our tags and we love our rectangles and everything, but to get a nice shape for the backdrop,
Yeah.
just to mix it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then that can then sort of lead to other sort of creative choices along the way, can't it?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, really, the whole essence of it is with the big multi-packs of the cogs, butterflies and hearts, they work so well on
Yeah.
these substrates.
Yeah.
So, you know, everything all works together brilliantly.
So grab one of each then, basically. So
Yeah.
grab this for your background, and then you've got you might have your canvas, you might have your tag or whatever. But here, this is that way of going just that oh crumbs, going that little bit differently. That's the second show in a row that I've done that. How am I doing it, Di? How am I doing it? One of the main things that I've got, I'm going to have to take it off my CV now, and I've just got a little note on my CV that says will not knock anything over, not clumsy at all. I'm going to have to delete that. A quarter of the stock's gone already, despite my best efforts to get rid of even more there. I've just thrown it across the studio. So a quarter of the stock's already gone there on your substrates pack. You're getting those large MDF shapes there, as well as your grey board shapes too, and the plastic wallet. Then it all comes in safe. 766824. So no sudden movements, Di.
No,
sudden
okay, I'll
movements.
tiptoe.
You're all right. It's me I'm worried about again. So the storage, we love a bit of storage, don't we? We can't. There is not enough. There's never enough.
Everybody loves storage, don't they? I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Look at this. Here we go. Let's just grab
Now
this box.
that is the one that's specifically designed to hold all the wallets of all these pieces in there. So
Yeah.
it can all just be held in there nice and neat. And the good thing about having everything in the wallets is if you pop a few bits out, decide that maybe you don't want to use them, you can pop them back in the wallet so you can keep all your cogs
It'll get
together.
muddled, yeah.
Yeah, and it's all there in a nice little storage box.
Yeah, and the mini storage, well, I say mini, it's a big storage box here. Beautifully designed, actually. Love the finish on that. Is this one of yours, Di? Have you done this?
Yes, I did that one.
Lovely. So you painted it and stamped over the top, distressed the edges here, and then you've gone over there
Yeah.
with what looks like a white paint pen or a gel pen or
It's
something.
just a white paint pen, yeah, just to sort of lift it really. And then these are the hearts out of the hearts pack. But you could cover this with any of the embellishments. It would, you know, you could do all sorts of different things on it.
Really good storage, really useful storage that with the back. I mean, it's a tool back there for your big plastic wallets or whatever else you might want to store in it.
Yeah.
And then you've got easy access there. It's not fiddly with different sections. It's just one nice big storage area for you. And there's a freedom price on it. I don't know if you knew about this, but it's £10.79, including your postage. It's not even just this. You get the round storage too. Again, I just think this. I was trying to work this out earlier, but miraculous design.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just. I just think it's so cute, really.
Yeah.
And with these two pieces here, you can add any kind of handle that you like. So you could sort of plait a bit of rope or something like that, ribbon, anything you fancy. But this could be decorated for all sorts of things. You know, for baby showers, wedding gifts. There's
sure.
so many different things you could do.
I don't know why you couldn't line it and have a little small plant in there.
You
know?
could, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, most certainly. But stamping on the side, I mean, look at that. We're very, very busy here too. 40% of the stock's gone, and we can't keep up with you, honestly. It's a lovely image there on the inside with the owl. Just looking, he's an absolute hoot, that one. I promise I'll chat to him before the show. But yeah, cover this with your decoupage paper as well. But I love the shape. We've seen nothing else quite like it before. It's £10.79, including your postage, to get your both elements of storage there for your lovely round storage box there for £11.99 if you are not with Freedom, £11.99 plus delivery, and that does also come with the wallet there. So whichever storage you're going for, it's a really, really good option that on it. On 889095, have a look at the website. It's on there with all of your different options there. Excuse me, you've got your paints on too. We're about to get demonstrating with Di also here, but your deco art paints and your different colours of the premium acrylics, but also deco art, just to say, very, very strong brand that, and we've got a pick and mix available. On a pick and mix you can make your own choice. You can pick your 3 of the premium acrylics now. Pick your favourite 3, so you might be going for, I don't know, primary cyan maybe. What about the yellow green light as well? There on the right hand side on the yellow green light. light. What about the burnt umber? That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. And there are your three. Add to the basket there. It's absolutely easy as pie. And then once you check out, you'll see in your basket. You can double check your options and then double check what you're spending, and then make sure that you've got your delivery option on there as well. £2.95 currently, but if you're agreeing to your terms and conditions and maybe joining Freedom, delivery will be £0 when you add Freedom onto your order, because you'll get unlimited standard delivery. Lovely stuff. Bonus. So yeah, not even quarter past the hour and already a lot of the stock is gone, so it's busy out there. Di, don't panic. Right, don't panic. What are we going to demonstrate with?
Right, I'm going to do a mini book, but I'm going to do it in 2 parts, okay, because otherwise I'll be here for ages. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to show you how to pre-decorate your pages to put in your little mini book, first of all.
Okay.
Okay, and then how to attach it to the little spine.
Understood.
All right, so it's going to be one of the tiny ones, which will be one of these little ones here.
Love these.
And we'll need, first of all, we're going to be attaching it to the spine there, so we don't need these pieces for now.
Quite right, okay.
But what we'll do is, first of all, this is just reasonable quality cartridge paper, okay? And what I've done is I've given it a coat of gesso or tinting base on each side, because that way all your paints and that don't bleed through to the other side. All right. So first of all, I'm going to grab some colours.
Okay, the mini books now have sold out, but they are back on extended delivery. So you can still get your mini books. The extended delivery is 14 days. Okay, it'll rocket by, I'm sure. £9.99 plus delivery, extended delivery, 14 days extra to wait. But those mini books are thankfully still available, but are now on extended delivery.
Okay, so I'm going to use a brayer to put some colour on. So I've used one of the Deco Art fluid acrylics. You don't want it to be an even finish. You want it to look a little bit haphazard, which is great because it means it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, because it's not really going to notice.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind these are all going to become very tiny pages at the end. So we'll do the yellow. Okay, like that. And then trusty baby wipes, which I couldn't do without, to be honest. I use those for absolutely everything. I'll just give that a quick mop up.
Okay.
And then on the other side, we're going to do a little bit of green. You can use any combination of colours, it's entirely up to you. But these are the ones that I think are listed in the Deco Art.
Yeah, the Deco Art paints, they do the trick, don't they?
Oh, they're fabulous. I use them all the time. Okay, and we'll just do the same with that one.
Just using our brayer, but you can get hold of a brayer on our website as well, Speedball Brayer usually, Hochanda.com for anything extra like this, and blending mats and things.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. We don't want it to look anywhere near perfect.
That's handy, isn't it?
It is, and I don't do perfect. Okay, so I'll just give a good quick clean up on there. Now, we're going to do these in 2 different ways. So, first of all, I'm just going to give that a quick dry. The reason why is because I'm going to fold it up and then I'm going to put it through an embossing folder.
Okay.
So you really want to make sure it's completely dry, otherwise the paper will stick to itself and it might tear. Yeah. Which might happen today because I'm doing this in a bit of a rush.
We're rushing the drying technique, yeah. But still, you know.
Okay, so then we fold that into 4. And then I'll just grab the...
Well, it's just A4 size, wasn't it? So you just fold it into 4.
Yes. Oh, yes, it's just A4, normal A4. That's what I'm using. This is the good thing about this particular technique, because you can use any A4 paper. Right. So if you've got pattern papers, A4 pattern papers, you can use those. You only actually need 2 sheets of A4 to make all those pages in that, in that mini book.
I hope you're not relying on the mini books for the entire hour here, Di, because I don't think they're going to last.
Right.
Just to let you know, just to gently let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so you know where you're at. We're looking at approaching 2/3 of the stock on the extended delivery, and it's been extended by 14 days. That's the best situation. All you can do is get hold of it as soon as you can.
Right.
That's item number 69354 to get your mini books.
Okay, so now that we've done that, let me get a clean one.
That's a lovely emboss on that.
It is, isn't it?
Going through 4, folded into 4 as well, so you've still got a nice deep emboss all the way through.
And then, what is really lovely is to get another colour. And you don't need a lot of paint, to be honest. I've probably put a little bit too much on, but never mind. And then we're just going to lightly run that over, and that just picks up all that lovely embossing texture there, like that. And then while I've got that paint out, because we're going to stamp on this one.
That's fantastic. That's a fantastic result there, look at that. And it's still just work in progress, but wow.
Okay, so that's that one. Very quick clean up again.
Yeah. You're having fun, Di? You are, aren't you?
Do you know, I made a load of these yesterday, and I should be able to do it off pat now, shouldn't I, really? But I bet I'll forget a bit. No, me.
It's all right.
Bound to.
Like you say, there's no rules. It's
No.
fine. There's absolutely no rules.
Okay. Right. And then on the other side, we're just going to use another colour. I get a little bit of the red in this, but never mind.
Yeah, just see what happens, see what turns out with the colour. Oh, actually, no, I can't see too much red
is
there.
it?
Maybe a little hint where it's white, the white bit in the middle.
Yeah.
But that's a wonderful mix as well. Do you see what we mean about these deco art paints? They do go down beautifully, don't they, the deco art paints?
They do, they're so vibrant. They're very, very vibrant. I need a little bit more paint.
Yeah, you know, buy cheap, buy twice, cut corners, and it sort of comes back to bite you later. But, you know, when you get good quality materials, when you're artistic quality materials...
Yeah. Yeah, and they are definitely artist quality, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the pots are not huge, but you only need the tiniest amount of paint.
Yeah, teeny blob. In fact, you've put out the teeniest amount possible, and even that's too much for today.
It is.
Because we're having to sort of wipe it away and carry on. But at home, you know, obviously you'd manage to use that. But yeah, teeny tiny amount goes. I mean, just done all this.
Yes, definitely. And you could do quite a few pages if you were making a few of the mini books in one go. You could do a few pages. Right, I'll get that out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, with this one, what we want to do, just to make it a little bit different for the pages in between, is I've got these chocolate baroque stamps that are on the show, and I'm just going to get, those. And again, you don't have to be perfect with the images, because the pages are all going to be cut up.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if bits miss.
Right, so again, a very forgiving thing here. Just stamp away, and it absolutely doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter
you'll be chopping
at all.
into it. You'll be, say if you didn't quite stamp that right, and well, you know, you've got more pressure there, and that, but we're not
It
caring.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter at all, because all it's doing is adding a little hint to the pages.
Yeah.
So
that means even I can have a go here.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't worry. But I only stamp at home. Not when you're watching. I've learned my lesson. So yeah, and the glue, the lid stays on the glue as well. Only at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, details are on the screen for your chocolate Baroque stamps if they're taking your fancy today, and they're £23.99 plus delivery. It's the Butterfly Daisy set actually there, and it's an A4 stamp sheet. This is a big stamp sheet. Just to very quickly, just while we're doing repeat stamping, they're in grey rubber as always, thanks to Chocolate Baroque. Mount them if you want. It's your call on how you stamp, but it's a big stamp sheet this for £23.99, A4 size, and it's 279073. Lots of images crammed in there as well.
Okay, so that's that side, and then very quickly with a different one. It doesn't matter if they end up upside down or anything. It really doesn't matter at all. I mean, if you want the images to be more crisp and you want to be a bit more careful with them, you can. You can even paint the images as well before you actually cut it up if you wanted to.
That's a great idea. Are you loving this stage of your crafting then at the moment, Di? You know, getting into your... Because I can't remember talking to you before with mixed media and everything. What have you done over the years in different styles of craft? Quite artistic background, I think. I seem to remember. Am I wrong about that?
Well, my dad was very artistic.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
he was very... And I trained as a graphic designer as well, so there was kind of that element as well.
Yeah, that must be what I'm remembering, because it's been a few months since we chatted, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes. I tend to... sadly, although I've made a resolution for 2018, but...
No, go on, let's break it, go on, yeah.
I actually want to do more crafting, because I do a lot of product designing.
Okay, I get you.
So I spent most of my time doing that, and of course we tend to do a decorated sample for the packaging.
Yeah.
But I tend to sort of decorate it in as quickly as possible.
Oh no.
So I don't really enjoy it very much.
Yeah. So in terms of doing it for you. And,
yes, that's the plan this year is to do more of that.
I'm sorry it's so busy on this show then, because.
Well, no, so that'll be down to my husband.
Yeah.
So.
All right then. All right. Yeah.
Right, OK, so
you have to just set a day aside or something. You'll have to just say, this is my day each week for just doing it.
I shouldn't
lay
I?
the rules down now. Yeah, it's very fine.
Right, so you've got your stamped images on both sides there. What we need to do is we now need to create the pages. So I'll only show you on one of these, otherwise I'll be here all day. Now, if you've got a paper trimmer, it's the best and easiest way. If you haven't, you can do this with scissors. And again, don't be too precious about the edges if they're a bit wibbly wobbly or they're rough, because it's a handmade mini book that you're doing. Yeah. So you don't need to have it perfect. It actually looks better if the pages are a little bit haphazard and not quite how they should be. So first of all, we want to cut 4 long strips.
I love the lack of precision. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all, no. It gives the mini book more charm, I think.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 long strips like that, and then they're folded in half, just on each way.
One of our lovely guests, Rob Adams, he says near enough is good enough. That's his phrase. And I think that's quite a good phrase to use when you're doing your mixed media. Near enough is good. It doesn't matter.
Definitely. Now this is slightly trickier. You can measure this if you want to. You need to try and fold this into 3. Now again, don't be precious with it. It really doesn't matter if it's not even. So what you end up with is essentially 3 double pages. So there's a double page, there's a double page, and there's a double page.
Ah, so you'll be snipping, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
so you just cut these down here, like that. Now, if you want to, that one's not too bad, but if you want to, you can just trim those edges up. so they're level.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. So we just do that with all the pieces. So I'll just show you once more.
Yeah. We'll try and do one with you if that's all right.
Yeah, of course. You'll probably get them more level than I will, I expect.
I'm hoping that I've done one there, and then how would you do the other side then after that? You go in as well like that, would you?
You can turn it over.
Go on, so that's my one.
Yeah, turn that over, and then you can actually follow that, what you've done there, anyway, just to create.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So, once they're done, I've got some pre-prepared, so you don't have to watch me do this to the whole 2 sheets of paper.
We can skip it, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
so...
as long as we know what we're doing.
Once they're done, what you need to do is you need to put them in batches of 5.
Okay.
Okay. And what I like, this is probably the picky bit in me,
right,
is I like to have it so you would always have, when your book opens, you would always have the 2 colours together.
Yeah, we can give you that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So on there you would have the fold with the green on the outside, and you would put that in like that.
Yes.
Okay. So you do that. So you make batches of 5.
Yeah. That's the other way. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Is it? Yeah.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. So they go one colour, one the other, and then yeah.
That's it, like that. Okay. And then that's what we call a signature when you're doing bookbinding. So that's called a signature.
That's one signature.
That's one signature.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't have to be 5 pieces of paper. It can be whatever you want.
Any group.
Yes.
That's your group of pages.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you would do that to all your pieces. So you would end up. Let me get these out of the way.
Okay.
You would end up with 5, there'll be 4 signatures that have got 5 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And there'll be 1 signature that's only got 4. That's how it works out when you're using the A4 paper.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any difference. It's not a problem. Okay, so there's all your pieces there. You see how you can see all your stamped images in there?
You haven't bound them yet or anything.
No.
It's just all good, yeah.
That's it. Right, so now we want to attach this to the spine, okay? So, first of all, what is a good idea is just to put a little bit of paint on your spine. You only need the tiniest amount, to be honest.
That was an air bubble. Sorry.
That was an air bubble. That's more than enough. We don't need anywhere near that much. And then... and that's without any tinting base or gesso on it.
Straight on.
So that's gone straight on. Of course, if you use the paints straight on without using any gesso or tinting base, then you do use more paint because it will sink into the board.
Okay.
Okay. But for a tiny little piece like that, it's not a problem. So we'll dry that off. And then we'll just make some room. We're going to need some thread and a pair of scissors. Okay, we don't need to sew anything, but these are just my bookbinding needles that come with the thread. So, but you don't have to use bookbinding thread for this because you're not actually sewing anything, okay? You're just going to be wrapping the thread round. So any strong thread would be fine, and it doesn't need to be white. It can be any colour you like.
So get your alcohol markers out and stuff on your normal white cotton, strong cotton, and colour it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What we need to do is we need to make 5 slits. I'm going to need my glasses for this.
Yep, fair dues. I'm joining you.
So we want 5 little cuts. And we're going to do the same at the other end. Now, each of these cuts represents one of the signatures.
Gotcha. So 5 signatures.
Yes. So if you did a book with more than that, you would need more little cuts, or less for less. And then what we'll do is we start with the middle one. It's easier.
Yeah.
And you need to put your thread through so it's coming through that little slot there where you've cut that little slot.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we get one of the signatures, and we just open it out flat, and that piece of thread goes over the top of those, and then you put that through
the corresponding
one at the other end, like that, and just do that twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's holding that signature in place.
Yeah, and then get the next signature and then do the same thing.
Yes.
You're not cutting the thread or anything, it's one continuous thread.
It's just one continuous
That's gonna be
thread.
nice and strong, isn't it?
Yes. So, I mean, at this stage you could tie a knot in that, just to make it a little bit stronger. I won't, because it's a bit fiddly and I'll probably be here for ages.
Yeah, don't worry.
But
we've got the choice.
Yeah, but you open up your next signature there, and you put that next door, and you find your next slot there, run that down through and the next slot, like that.
And then go a second time around to strengthen it.
Yeah, do it twice.
Okay, we're all getting this. And then do that with all the signatures, Di.
You do that with all the signatures.
After that, just before we go and do a quick recap, and I'll give you some space, Di.
Yeah.
Then would that then book spine? Then that then sits on the actual cover, doesn't it? Then the last stage is then to stick that on or fix it on.
Yeah. See, this is one that's completely bound here.
Yeah. Okay. So once you've gone round and round, there it is on your base.
And then with your two spines, what you would do, we attach it all with masking tape.
Okay.
And it all attaches in. So that would all go in there, but I can demo that in a separate demo if you like.
Yeah,
to show you how to do that.
Yeah, definitely, Di, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right. We're a bit scared that we're running out of things here, but we'll be back with Di in a second, I promise. Have a look at the website on Hochanda.com. You've got a lot on there. You've got the 54-piece embellishment pack with your 3 large butterflies. They come in, the last and there is it comes in a plastic wallet. You've then got your 10 mini books as well. They've been very, very busy today. The 125-piece embellishment pack is available, but then you've also got your technique tags. You've got the mega bundle of technique tags. They are actually next to me at the demonstration area. They are great value at £9.99. Don't forget your round storage box that comes with a wallet for a freedom price £10.79 or £11.99 plus delivery to order that. This is the big bundle, the one that we just mentioned with the 3 butterflies, and it's in beautiful, beautiful style that you've got it. Loving it that you've got the scribbled heart, the folk heart, the sort of distressed edge heart, even just to name one of the boards that you're getting here. So that just shows you how many different designs you're getting. The ones that I was just talking about are here. So the folksy heart, they're the elongated, but also that quite fulsome round. But then you've got the distressed edge, the occasional heart that's just a bit like wobbly there. Love it. And then the cogs, even some of the big cogs just beneath that. You've got the rivets, the sort of circles punched in, even that sort of big spiky cog there. It's kind of scary looking, that one, but I love it. And then you've got the other spiky sort of designs over here, and the riveted designs, and the crisscross sort of porthole design there. That's just the cogs. And then over on the other side, you've got your scribbled hearts, but you've also then got your butterflies as well. So very, very, very pretty designs, quite grungy and steampunky designs as well at the same time. You've then got your massive mount board butterflies there as well, or grey board, shall we say, for the butterflies, and that's 3 different butterfly designs. If I hold that one there, you can see the other 2 just next to us. 760646 to order now gets you the 224 pack of embellishments, and we think there might even be more than that there, because you've got all the other elements and circles that you can punch out here and then layer up to create rivets and screw heads and stuff like that. £7 off, making it £22.97 plus delivery to get it. Yeah, and a couple of other photos to show you of things. I'm desperate to get back to Di in a moment, so have a look here at a couple of pics. We've got the technique tags. Those are next to me actually at the demonstration area. This is a big pack of technique tags, assorted sizes, and there are 64 of them in a mega bundle for £9.99. Be aware they are on extended delivery now. Okay, they're 678630. And talking of extended delivery, the wallets in the round storage, so you get the plastic wallet with the round storage, that's sold out, with the big storage as well on the left-hand side of the photo. That's sold out, but It's now on a 14-day extended delivery. It's $11.99 plus delivery to get it today, and it's 889-095. However, 20% of that extended 2-week delivery stock has already gone. I can see Di sort of shaking a bit there as I say that. You've then got your substrates pack. Here it's, again, a mega assorted pack. You've got your 8 larger MDF shapes. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 the circles and the tags and the panels at the back, the hearts, and it's 8 of the grey boards as well as the plastic wallet, approaching half the stock gone on that. So it's a really busy hour out there. Do get hold of what you want before it goes. 766-824. And then the mini book as well. We've been loving these today. They sold out extremely quickly on the normal delivery, but they're back on extended delivery, but going fast. 70% of the stock on the extended 14-day delivery stock has gone already, so 69,354 to order those now. And so, yeah, Di, let's get in there.
Right, OK, so I'm just going to very quickly put some paint on these covers. I won't sort of make it too elaborate, since as the mini books are nearly sold.
Your paints are on a pick and mix, remember? And you're picking your favourite 3, or your favourite 6 if you want to do a double pick and mix. That'd be $21.98 plus 1 delivery charge if you wanted 6 different paints. It's 679,164. I'm just in competition with Dave Bradford for the quick maths today. Quick maths.
I'm absolutely rubbish at maths.
He's very good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, shall I test him this afternoon?
Yeah, he's very, very good. And he can't even practice. I mean, he's if you watch one of those craft price drops,
yeah,
you can't practice them first because the price is dropping on screen.
Right.
So it's all happening live. But he's there.
Oh,
he's
really?
There. Rest of the time, he's making it up. But I'm just kidding. But no, he's right there with his mate. He's good. So you want to take him shopping with you? Definitely.
OK.
Should have got an idea for a TV show there, Shopping with Dave Bradford. Could just go to various different high street stores.
OK, so I've just put a little bit of paint on there just to make it look a little bit more interesting. You can obviously do lots and lots with these.
Yeah.
And then what we need to do is we need to start to construct it. So I'll just clean my hands up, otherwise I'm going to get green paint on everything.
Yeah.
Let's just move that out of the way. Now, the best way to put these together is to just use masking tape. Yeah. All right, you can paint over the masking tape.
So cover it up, just get it involved in your project and go over it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you want to do, you need to leave a gap between the spine and the cover of about the width of the board. So that kind of gap in there. OK, so when we go to put that on to there, there's going to be that amount of gap.
Got it.
All right. It's a little bit on the fiddly side, so I'll put my glasses on. I always forget to do that, and then I can't see a thing. So you just want to run that down a little bit of masking tape down the edge of your mini book like that. And then you want to...
How much gap then? You'll just pop that down with...
You might
You're
find
not putting it right next to it, are you?
No, you might find it easier, actually. If you were to turn that on its side, like that, and then put that down...
Yeah, that's a good way of judging it, yeah. So
then
you know.
That's going to give you the gap.
Yeah.
OK.
The movement that opens and closes, yeah.
Yes. See, I should have thought that when I was actually putting these together. It would have saved me a lot of time.
Would have done, wouldn't it? The things you realise live on air.
OK. And then you would do the same on the other side. So, again, you want to...
It's difficult because you're trying to show us at the same time.
Yes.
If you were at home, it's so much easier. So thank you, Di, for this. Thank you.
And then if we put that
How did
like
we do that now? Yeah, so flat and then put it down.
That's it, and then put that alongside like that.
Making sure it's lined up.
That's it, and then that's your right gap there. And then, can you see then that now?
Gotcha.
OK, but what we want to do is we want to neaten all this up. So, again, with some more masking tape, you can cover up your stitching.
Kind of like that if you want to make a point of that, you know.
Oh yes, I mean you don't have to cover the stitching at all. If you were to use different coloured threads, you could leave that exposed and it would look lovely.
Yeah, just paint over it, have a bit of a, you know.
Yeah. And what we're doing is we're just, I'll move that down a tad, is we're going to just cover up around the top, just bend that in. And that just keeps everything neat and tidy up there. And then, oh, the page is starting to rip, which isn't very useful, but we'll get the idea.
So we're not worried about this because we're going to paint over it or do something over it.
Yeah, you can put as much
into the project.
You can put as much masking tape on as you like, to be honest. Oh, look at this.
Quick lesson in bookbinding as well, I love it.
Look, there we go. Look, that's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind. Right, and then
get some. You said earlier actually about going over your project at the beginning, like gessoing it or something. But if you've got a pack of decoupage glues and things like that, or gloss or matte mediums, you could easily sort of chuck a bit of that on it and go over it with decoupage paper. Even.
You could, yeah, definitely, yeah, absolutely, you could.
Lots of options.
There is lots of options, yeah, and just experiment. You've got 10 mini books in the pack, so you can
10
have
for
a go with.
Time.
So we'll just put that last piece on there like that.
And then all the mount board at the end of it, once you've popped them all out, you could trim into that and use that on different sort of power techy projects and sort of canvases and things as well.
Yes, yeah.
All the frames.
So once you've done that, that's essentially holding your book together, all right? And all you need to do is just literally paint over the top of, let's get these pieces.
The Deco Art paints. Got these on Pick and Mix. Did I mention that? These are on Pick and Mix today. You're pick and mixing 3 of your favourite Deco Art paints. Bottom of the screen for the Pick and Mix. £10.99 plus delivery gets you 3 very high quality Deco Art artist grade paints, 679164. And you'd never know that was masking tape under there.
No, you wouldn't.
And if it was your decoupage paper, obviously you could just dry brush a bit over it and not hide the pattern too much. All these things I've learned from lovely guests like you. Dry brushing.
Dry brushing is brilliant, actually. I love dry brushing.
Yeah.
So obviously, when you're doing this, you would spend a lot more time doing it than I am. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but you get the idea.
It's rough around the edges, a bit like my presenting style sometimes. So just to remind you about the tags as well here, you've got a big selection of tags for $9.99. It's really good value. They are an extended delivery, and you're getting a lot of tags here in your mixture of sizes. All very high quality on the grey board, and they're very strong. Yeah, look at that. They're very thick and strong there, taking your media really well. It is a veritable mega bundle as well, because you've got all these different sizes just here for you down the smaller tags there. 678630 to order these, approaching a third of the stock on, and that is a big number available. The extended delivery is 5 days. By stacking them up, you can just see how many you're getting in the different sizes and the number. I literally can't hold them all. I literally can't do it for you. But what you can do with these is brilliant. You've got sort of distressing techniques there, and you can sort of work your embellishments onto them. Because they're so heavyweight, even a heavy, thick embellishment will fit on there. So, and good practice as well, because, mess it up. If you get a new paint or a new medium or something, you can try it out and see what it's like. But that is a big stack there, as you can see, of your assorted tags for your techniques. $9.99 plus delivery for all of them, 64 in total for 678630. Di, we didn't miss anything. We just finished off that paint.
All I was doing was painting. Okay. Yes, that's all. So that's just a little bit rough, but that's all the black paint gone for the spine. But you don't have to use black.
Yeah.
And then that has finished that off. and then you could do much better paint techniques on the covers than I have. And then out of your hearts pack and your butterfly pack, we can paint these and we can stick those on the top.
Yeah, we have sold out of these mini books once. We're approaching limited stock on the extended delivery now, where you get your 10 mini books, and once they've gone, they've gone. That's a 14-day extended delivery. Di, you're back at 2, but the mini books won't be. I mean, once they're gone, they're gone. So definitely order in early for your mini books. The hearts that we're using are from the embellishment pack for you. Just tidying up the tags at the moment. Assorted different sizes there. And you've got the hearts now that Di's painting up.
Yeah, this is just to put on the front.
Cogs, butterflies and hearts all in the same pack. 224, but you reckon you can get more out of those, Di, don't you? The 224.
Yes, I think so.
More elements sort of hiding in there.
There is.
That you've been popping out.
Yeah, when I counted them, I just counted the main parts, so I think there's a lot more there.
Yeah. Well, 2/3 of the stock's gone on that big bundle. It's definitely a popular one. Details are on the left-hand side of your screen. It's £7 off at the minute to get all 224 items, and it's item number top left is 760646.
Okay, so that's those two, and then the last thing I'll decorate before I stick them on is I'll just put some paint on this little butterfly.
Oh, we've had a lovely email from Monica. Monica, thank you very much for getting in touch with us today. Absolutely fab demo, says Monica. Awesome products and guest designer as well. So yeah, nice feedback there from Monica.
Thank
Brilliant
you, Monica.
New Year crafting, that is. Thank you, Monica. Really nice to hear from you. Good feedback, isn't it, Di?
Yeah, brilliant.
You worked very hard. I know you did to get all these sorted for us. Lovely stuff.
Thank you. Right, okay, now what we can do before we finish off this butterfly is obviously stamp with Chocolate Baroque's fabulous butterfly stamps.
I'm sure Leslie will be pleased to hear you saying the word fabulous in relation to her stamps.
They are absolutely amazing stamps. I love them. I use them all the time. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the same size, but all we want is to get some of the pattern there. So all we need to do is ink up the stamp and then take that to the stamp so you can line it up. Pop that on there, and then there's your butterfly design. So it doesn't have to at all be the same size, which means that the stamps are so versatile. And in that particular set there's 5, I think, so it's brilliant. I'll just get some glue and then we can finish this off.
Wonderful. So your elements taking the paint beautifully, first of all. So your butterfly taking that paint perfectly in that gorgeous yellow, and then being able to use that high quality paint but then stamp over the top of it. Nice.
Okay, so I like to glue with my fingers. That's not a very good habit, I guess, but
it's all right. Job done.
Pop that on the side like that, and then put that one on the front.
Yeah.
And then just to finish off, that can go over the top like that. And there's your finished, albeit a little bit rough, mini book.
There it is. There's our mini book. That's so beautiful, Di. That's lovely.
And what you can do now, you see, if you want to, is you can put little quotes and things on each individual page or whatever you want to do. But they make perfect little gifts, to be honest.
Yeah. Aren't they lovely to make as a make to give? They're perfect, these mini books. What a brilliant demonstration. So yeah, the mini books, they sold out earlier on, back on extended delivery for 14 days, but they are now officially limited stock, as you can see there on your screen on the left-hand side. This is what they look like before you punch them out of the backing, as it were, and you could use that the little bit. I know I'm only rescuing a little bit here, but on that grey board you can rescue a little bit of it to use in different projects. 629354, and we've got the storage as well, Di. We must mention this because this is so popular. It's sold out once, and we've got extended delivery for you. It's 14 days extended delivery to get the storage that you can see in that photo. The extended delivery though is already 1/3 gone. It's a Freedom price £10.79 including a delivery if you are with Freedom, and it's 889095. Love these. The design of both of them is so different, though.
Yeah, and I mean you can use them for so many things. I mean that round one is quite nice to put your tags
the tags fit in.
Yeah, so you can pop your tags in there.
Yeah, and that's the sort of medium-sized tags as well. You've got the even bigger ones.
You've got even bigger
ones
there that will go in. So so that's
a great design. That
ideal for doing something like that.
Yeah, have a look on the inside as well for the owl here. Ready? There you go. So if you've got a really big stamp that you know you want to use, like a big owl or a big butterfly, probably a chocolate rock stamp actually. You get big ones there, don't you? But that would look great in there. That's lovely in the storage. So details are on your screen to get your storage while it's still there. It's going 1/3 stock gone on the restock back in extended delivery 2 weeks. So yeah, this is the big bundle, 224 pieces in our embellishment mega pack. Just anyone who's just tuned in, then Di, with over 2/3 of the stock gone already, what we look at? What, take us through it?
Okay, so you've got two sheets of the butterflies. Yes. So I mean, everybody loves butterflies, don't they? And you can put these on so many different projects.
You can make them as pretty or as grungy as you want.
You can, yes, definitely. And these just pop out of the sheets. You don't have to cut anything. They do just literally pop out. The other good thing about the grey board is you can run it through an embossing folder.
Yeah, we'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, so that's another way of texturing it. And it will take all the paste and heat treatment. You can triple emboss it and that kind of thing, and it will take all of that. So it's very, very strong. So you get the 2 sheets of the butterflies. We get 3 lots of hearts. You've got your standard hearts that have just got smooth edges, or you've got your distressed version of the hearts.
Yeah, we see the smooth edge, that's sort of the folksy, sort of long, the more rounded, sort of classic heart as well. Pop them out and you've got the outline left behind. So even once you've popped all of them out, you can still trim in and use as a stencil or something. All these different things that you can use.
Yes.
And then here, I love this sort of distressed edge to the heart there. It's just a wiggly edge to it. Great idea, that. And then the scribble design.
The scribble design, you get 3 of those. Okay. So that's nice because it's an open heart, so you can put that over something and you'll still see all your decoration underneath.
Yeah, like a frame or something. Or
definitely you could use it as a frame type. Yeah, definitely.
And then over here, with just about a minute left here, Di, we've got our cogs as well. Steampunk's been huge for such a while now, as would seem, and is still not showing any sign of abating. We love it to bits, you know, to get the rusting. It's a good excuse for the rusting techniques and the metallics and the gilding waxes, isn't it? All those metallic paints we've got out there, the coppers and the silvers, perfect to use for these. It's a big pack here. You get your plastic wallet to hold it all in as well, because once you've started pressing out your designs, the plastic wallet will hold on to them and you won't lose them. But you definitely won't lose your butterflies. You're getting 3 of the big butterflies there in your 224-piece embellishment pack here for £22.97. It's going, last time we checked, 2/3 of the stock had gone. Who knows what it is now, but hopefully we'll see you at 2, Guy, because
possibly.
Yeah, not sure what's going to be here, but we'll see. We'll hopefully see you at 2 as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Yeah, we've got the Boho Ladies Hour with Tonic. Our Paola's in the building with Dave Bradford. You've got Happy Hour deals coming up in an hour after that. Then also the Spectrum Noir Sparkle 1.